Hello, everybody, and welcome back to InfiniteRP and episode 17 of the Lost City of Vedranis. Hope you all been doing well. It's so good to see everybody. Let's go around and just see what our cast has been up to. Isla, let's start with you. How's your week been?
Wasn't expecting me to go first. I just had to unmute myself very quickly. My week's been interesting. I have been doing a lot of role play. As Bianca Volpe. And I also got accepted
Is she
into
a rapper?
university. She's not a rapper, but she is.
Oh, she needs to be.
But she is.
But I'm not a rapper.
No, I also got accepted into university, and that's it. That's it. But it feels very eventful, basically.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's pretty big, though.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it
celebrate,
is.
girl.
Yeah,
She did it.
I'm gonna be studying music tech and sound production, which I'm stoked for because it's something I've always wanted to do, but didn't think I could. So I will be doing that, starting from mid-September. And great thing is, it's at university, it's just around the corner from me, so I don't need to move.
Oh,
Yeah, so
that's
good.
always a.
It's gonna be super expensive to stay here though, whilst going to university, but we'll figure it out. But other than that, yeah, I've just been streaming a ton and having a great time doing it. And then Cole.
Yeah, I saw my camera in the stream preview and it looked weird.
Yeah, connection with funny.
Nailed it. That's back. It looks good.
Just trying to be creative. I'm doing something a little bit different with my streams, especially with this character because she's a detective. So we've gone with a bit of a. Excuse me. We've gone with a bit of a detective noir vibe now. And I can't wait for the next stream because I'm making a little intro sequence that's very interesting. So anyway, that's what I've been up to. Yeah.
Amazing. Justin, how have you been?
I have been great. I've been really great. Things over on Monday nights. I'll just go ahead and use this time to sing praises of our Monday night show, Flames of Freedom. And it's apples and oranges, not comparing cast or anything like that, but the cast over there is fantastic, and we're having a great time. Unlike Derek. Just kidding. No, we're having so much fun, and it's things are heating up on that show, and so it's fun to see what's coming from that. And then also in the meantime, just sort of, just living life and waiting for fall to come and my whole family to go back to school and get sick, and
yeah. Just doom and dread. Yes?
Just doom. Take me away, Cole. Take me away to a world of fantasy.
I shall. I just want to input on Flames of Freedom. If you need some ASMR in your life,
ASMR.
If you need some ASMR,
we do some ASMR
on Monday nights. Apparently, we do.
Okay, I'm into it. Yes,
brought to you by the one and only Colin Omicron.
Oh my gosh, Colin kills me.
I was dying. I was straight up just cackling during that episode.
Glad to hear that.
So good, but I digress. Ray, how's your week been? How are you?
Oi, my week's been okay. I'm still here, so that's saying something. I don't know where this voice came from, but here we are.
Lenny is
Lenny's
fuck.
back.
Oh, fuck,
Lenny
buddy.
and Doug.
Oh, fuck, buddy.
Oh,
Hey,
fuck, buddy.
we having a good time.
Yeah, no, I'm doing okay. I've also been doing a lot of RP, trying to figure some things out. But yeah, we're rocking and rolling, and we're here on this wonderful and beautiful and stupendous Thursday. And I'm stoked. So let's go.
Yeah. And last and definitely not least, Derek.
That's
How have you
me.
been, my friend?
Oh, I have been peachy keen, my friend. Hanging around, being brown, the usual. I can't complain. Overall, I've been very busy doing a lot of cosplay on the stream, an insane amount of cosplay. And that has been so much amount of fun, just cutting out everything. I got a chance to jump into that recently on stream yesterday, and then started cutting out the rest of it as well. I'm so excited to put it together on Friday. Oh my god! But been playing a bunch of games as well. Jumping into Wild. Went into prison as the Red Stag. Gotta love jail. the best. And yeah, no, just been overall playing games, playing the hell out of Splitgate, having a bunch of fun with that. It's like Halo and Portal had a baby, and it's just so much free fun. But yeah, it's been doing it on the stream. So I've been hanging out, man. Been doing the do.
Derek, did I hear you're making a Tracer costume?
I am. Yes, I'm making a Tracer cosplay that is built and fit for none other than the one that lies above me.
Oh, for God.
I just thought you was going to
For
finish
God.
with just the one that lies. It's like
That could be
the
any of
one
us.
that tells no truth.
The one
No,
that
but no,
tells the truth. Yeah.
it is going to be so beautiful. I cannot wait to go ahead and put it upon your body. What?
I can't wait for you to put it up on my body either.
I can't wait to put it on myself.
Indeed.
yeah.
It's going to be great. It's going to be
Yeah.
absolutely fantastic. I cannot wait.
Wonderful.
Hopefully nobody
Cole, how are
dies
you?
tonight. I'm good. I've been working and role-playing a little bit. My year-long beloved Scotsman Tavish Black has passed away this week. I thought I was gonna be fine and not tear up because I did stream it, and then all of a sudden, all the little baby rangers put on their ponchos as he was passing away, and I fucking just floodgates, man. I wasn't expecting it, but it was good. I'm not sure what I'm doing in the Red Dead roleplay scenario. I've been playing around on a couple characters. Not much is happening. I'm not used to having to have nobody to roleplay with. Really, having a character who knows nobody. But it's been interesting. I don't know what I'm doing. Life, I guess. I'm not doing life. Life's kind of doing me, and it's not great.
Doing life, life's doing me. Chabra, catch a wave.
Did it at least do some roleplay, foreplay first before it decided to?
Yeah,
No, but I decided to order pizza, so I mean, I guess if
at least you know
making
it's
it
coming. That you may. That's why you know how much time you have in between the pizza comes. You got to plan accordingly. On some of
yeah,
those nights.
but it was like
respect
it's Little Caesar, so it was cheap, so it wasn't like a great dinner beforehand. But it's like okay, I'm like I'll accept it. I don't know what we're talking about anymore.
Pizza quality.
Pizza
Let's roll
quality.
dice.
Yeah, let's play
Segue.
some D&D. Segue into
Speaking of pizza,
let's do our recap of the Lost City of Vedranis. Yes.
So good.
Last we left our, I want to say like intrepid band of adventurers like Matthew Mercer, but I don't know if that's the right phrase for this group at the moment, as we are broken down, having lost several party members to things, to life, really. You guys have been on a quest trying to track down the secret laboratory of one Dr. Karina Licht, a former member of the Kyrogen. You were sent to find a warp stone that was apparently used in the creation of the plague that spreads through the Old Croak markets. Your journey has led you through a mausoleum, a mine filled with Durgar and cultists. You guys were able to sneak past a fortress of a multitude of Durgar claiming to be, what was it, the interdimensional...
I have no idea what came out of my mouth.
The
I hope you're not
interdimensional...
expecting me to remember what we called ourselves.
I was asking.
I think it was the interdimensional or pan-dimensional curse, like something management
group.
department.
Yeah, it was definitely like International Department of Curse Management or something.
Yeah.
But I really
Yeah.
sold it. Well,
Yeah.
You
Of
did.
course.
Great. We
We had
really
that-
did great.
We knew it was like legit.
Yes. Let us not forget our boiled Durgar friend that Mark Horace brought back to life in the most terrible, horrendous way possible. Let's hope we never have to deal with anything like that again. But you guys were making your way through some caves and decided to rest for the evening, but not before you were set upon by cast a pair of new characters, one Aiden and Dala, two very interesting drow, who are followers of Ket, some sort of deity or something or other. We're not quite sure yet. But they had told you, as you guys were tracking down some of these cultists that are moving down these tunnels, that they had a place of refuge for you that they would lead you to rest. You guys rolled some good insight checks to believe them and have made your way to this resting place, which is lo and behold a central sanctuary. A sentinel sanctuary. Oh, we're off to a great start tonight.
You've had a long day.
It's been a day. And it hasn't been sensual. But you guys have made your way to a sentinel sanctuary, something you guys have been trying to find for a number of days. And that is where we begin our journey tonight. So, as you guys make your way into this fairly large stone chamber, as you can see, it is man-made or handcrafted with these sentinel statues built into the sides, much like the bulwark back in Hallow. You see a small camp that has been built kind of on the inside of these statues, and they kind of form along the wall, almost creating a protective barrier. You see other tunnels that go off in various directions. You see several bedrolls, a fire. It seems there's a natural vent that leads up into the ceiling of this cavern where smoke is traveling upwards, and you can smell some sort of stew or soup being cooked currently. A very nice, welcoming smell, as you guys have been living off rations for the past several days. And you see Dala as she kind of walks forward and sits on a bedroll, and just kind of busies herself with some work. Aiden turns to you all and says, "So, what do you think?"
Forgot they were Australian. Sorry.
What is this place?
Fuck if I know. We just came across it not too long ago. We've been staying here for a few days.
I will turn to Kimura turns to Wisp and Nog. Does this fit the descriptions? You said it was a sword symbol, right?
Yes. So there is kind of a natural archway that leads into this cave, but there are like etchings that almost make it look like a keystone arch, if that makes sense.
Yeah, which is what we would...
like the yes, and so yeah, in the center where the keystone would be, there is an etched sword.
Up there, in the archway.
It
Oh.
looks familiar, I believe.
I think we've found a sanctuary.
Yo, what's it? Sanctuary from what?
Right. You weren't here.
Oh, Knock, I can't hear you. Knock, I can't hear you. Speak up, Knock.
You're right. That's right. knock goes. Doesn't matter. It's a sanctuary. They got food. He just starts crawling over towards the fire pit and just like putting his nose towards whatever's cooking on the fire.
Floats
Smells
over there like a cartoon.
And there is a town called Hallow. It's on the outskirts of the city.
Okay.
And it was
Write
there
that
that there is a group of people called the Sentinels. They had several sanctuaries throughout the city for their use. This is one of them. We were told to seek them out for safety. If this is a sanctuary, then this should be a good place to rest.
Hey, sweet.
Why they put the sanctuary underground? What makes it safe here?
less chance of rain, being struck by lightning.
At this point, I don't think it's best that we question it.
Just be gladful that it is here. And that we're not down there.
Sure, yeah, no, I'm happy. Y'all think these folks are trustworthy, right? They seemed on the level.
I lean in. If they're not, I'll deal with it.
Aiden, what's in the pot?
Knock points at Knock jousting towards the course of stew.
Yeah. Aiden, you know what's cooking?
Yeah, just nice.
Oh, I
bits,
didn't.
dude.
Sorry. Yeah,
I didn't. Yeah, the
Oh.
cook-
all right. Looks like we lost him.
He just. So, Aiden 86. Aiden's 86. Oh my god. Wow. And rhymed. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful.
Next
Super
time
duper.
on the City of Vedranis, we find out what's in the stew.
That's our show for tonight. Thanks everyone for coming.
Yeah, absolutely. So Isla, what have you been up to lately?
What's your name? Where can we find you?
Okay, right, well, I'll be honest. What have I been up to lately? Trying to fix tech problems, apparently.
Stay tuned for our next episode. What's in
what
the
is
stew?
that? He's just disappeared.
I wonder
He
if lost his
might,
connection.
yeah, he might have lost connection or something might have
Cole,
dropped.
come back. We need
Okay, everybody
you.
in chat, while we wait for Cole to come back, we're going to vote on what's in the stew. Put down a 1 if you think it's
Yeah.
mutton. Put down a 2 if you think it's spider stew.
I want to say spicy.
Yeah, that's what it would be. There'd be
Put down a
spider
3
legs
if you
in
think
there.
it's snail. Giant snail.
Giant snail.
Well, we've got a 2. The only one we've got is a 2 so far, so we're eating spiders
Spider.
tonight.
I think it's spider.
Definitely spiders.
Wait, it could be an abundance of rats. I mean, we did fight a rat swarm.
Oh my
so,
god, it's
We're not
just
here
all
to-
the rats.
We're not here to fuck spiders, but we sure are here to eat them, apparently.
There it is. There it is. There it is.
And put down a 4 if you think it's vegetarian.
Hey,
He's
hey,
back,
that's
he's
a
back.
slogan. Hey, what's in the stew?
What did I? s-
What's in the? No, just don't say anything. What's in the fucking stew?
What's in it, Cole? Iden, what kind
Stop.
of meat's in the stew?
You know, I mean, stop.
Damn it.
Mystery stew, of course. It's mystery stew.
It's
That's
better not.
exactly what it is.
It's better not to be spiders.
Now, fuck no.
Cast it to detect spiders.
Fact, no, okay.
Absolutely not.
Oh, he had to eat spiders.
Knock wants to put his finger in the stew and take a taste. What does it taste like? Knock's eating a lot of weird shit, so be honest.
It's not as strange as you might think. You do taste maybe like potatoes. There are some veggies in there, but there is some weird.
Wisp immediately gets up and gets a bowl. Because the last time that they had stewed together, she had half a bowl before it was all gone. And I had the shitty burnt remnants from the bottom of the stew bowl, and I was so mad. So I'm gonna go over there and I'm gonna fill up my stew bowl literally to like at the tippy top, and so she fills it, and then she like it's one of those like kids delicately walking to where they're gonna sit down with their overfilled bowl, and she like places it on the ground before she like goes to like sit and actually like start eating it.
Knock nod slowly in approval, understanding this is a standard of family eating. All right, you when the food is on the table, you get over here and eat. All right, he look so like he sees him and he finishes the first bowl in like 3 seconds. By the time that Wisp sits down, he's already getting a ladle. He turns back to the rest of the party.
Jerry is flapping over there and getting a bowl. His little bat wings. And he picks up a bowl and he brings it over to Marcoris and hands it to Marcoris. Marcoris says, "Oh, thank you, Jerry." Jerry, and he sort of like gestures around at all the drow folk, whoever's there. And he says, "I think you should maybe dress for the occasion." And Jerry goes, and he turns into a spider and crawls up onto Mark's shoulder. Sits down. There we go.
This is not the man said.
Oh no! All the drow people, every drow I've ever met, they love spiders.
No,
I mean they're like uncomfortably.
okay, were you not listening? He doesn't like spiders. He said
Shit,
it.
doesn't?
Going up the tunnel.
Oh,
He hates them.
that's unusual, right? I mean that's just right. Maybe Jerry, try something else, and Jerry turns into a rat.
I can't
sits
say
there.
that's much better. Not many people like rats, but
I'm
not
just
many
trying to
drow
make-
dislike spiders. So who knows?
Apparently not. I mean, there's always exceptions to the rule. You know, speaking of which, what is it? And he's pointing at your gun.
This,
I've been all over the place and I've never seen something like that before.
well, it is it's not too common here either. It's kind of.
Oh, all right, you're a trendsetter.
I'm not the only one to have these, but I do use them frequently. They're incredibly effective. They are loud, though, as you have heard.
Yeah, they draw attention, but are they powered by magic? Some sort of alchemy? I mean, what makes...
So,
We're talking about guns, Cole. Welcome back. Is it like...
so take a bow, for instance.
Sure.
Bows...
I got one of those. He's got a crossbow on his back. Is it one of these?
That is a crossbow. Little bit
Yeah, I know it's different. Yeah, but the same.
but it's
basic
also
concept.
about tension and torsion, okay? You pull it
Yeah, it
back,
Mm.
and then ping, it goes off. It is like, imagine storing energy by pulling at the back, then you release energy. Boom.
Sure. Yeah,
There it
yeah.
goes.
But I mean, okay.
Crossbows are a little bit the same because they are mechanical. You pull it back, the tension holds itself. You no longer need to hold the tension. The crossbow does
Right.
it for
right,
you.
Yeah.
And because you can wind it, you could probably get a little bit more tension out of it. And it is sometimes more compact as well. I have seen some people
Yeah.
turn crossbows into musical instruments at the same time.
Really?
It's not
Oh,
crazy.
sure.
However, this is a thunderthorn. It is made of wood and metal. And uses...
Wait, did you say it's a thunderthorn?
Mm,
That's your name.
yes.
Did you make it?
Well, I made this one.
It's incredible.
We call them guns.
They are...
Oh.
You won't find a
Alright.
model like this. This particularly is a thunderthorn. Yes, they called guns.
Hadn't you seen these before? These guns?
Oh yeah, we've seen a fair times.
I'm looking around. Are Aiden and Dala the only people here? Are there other folks around?
As you're looking around, they're the only ones that you do see.
No
No,
other discombobulated tents or anything else like that, right? Like an old encampment.
No, there's like one small tent that has been set up, but it looks like they've been sleeping on bedrolls outside of the tent. It looks like the tent has like stuff just like packed away.
Are you and your sister? Are you the only ones here?
That I think so.
Oh,
That I
all
can
right.
see. Unless there's like ghosties running around or something that we can't see.
Sure.
You never
Yeah.
know.
Yeah. Never know. All right. Where were you before this? I mean, come on, tell us a story.
No, I mean we were home. Bit of a place that is really. Pretty normal for drow culture, I'd say. You know, they do like spiders, but
Yeah.
me and
What about
Darla
you?
don't. Nah, Darla and I don't like spiders that much.
I see.
I
You're a bit of
told
a. Yep. No, you're right. You're a bit of a. What's the word here? You're not a black sheep, but a white spider.
An anomaly, probably.
An anomaly. That's a good way of thinking about it. And so
Yeah.
you and your sister left home and just exploring, or what?
Yeah, well, I mean, we went to we met up with some like-minded individuals, met some friends at a party, and they were telling us all about this cool guy named Ket or whatever, and and had a bit of a fancy night out, you could say, and well, now we kind of just talk about Ket all the time, and we decided to go there.
How done?
Uh.
Cat. It's familiar. That has a ring to it.
Does this ring a bell to anyone?
Without talking my ear off, please explain to me this cat.
Well, the easiest way to explain Ket is to not explain it at all. There's so much to explain that there's nothing to explain, if that makes sense.
Give me a too long don't care sort of thing.
Is this a person?
Maybe.
Unless you're talking
Maybe
about
not.
cats. Are you talking about cats? Like
Kitty cats?
a cat?
No,
Meow.
not Ket, Ket. Not
Like
Ket,
pi-
Ket.
Are
Like
you
pit- like pickle?
are you hearing any difference? A cat? Cat.
Well, I
Oh,
mean, I think it's just the accent.
Maybe if I spell it for you.
Yeah, spell it out. Yeah.
Qet. Ket.
Oh, quet. Okay.
No, Ket. He doesn't like when you call him Quet. Or whatever you said. He don't like it.
So anyway, you have to have
Probably.
some sort of short passage that if you go around knocking on people's doors and you say, "Can I tell you about the good word of cat?" Then you don't want to take up 3 hours of their time, or they'll shove the door in your face. So who is Quet? Cat?
I mean, well, it really depends, don't it?
He doesn't like it when you call him quit.
Yeah, I
He-
get
he
that. I
doesn't
get
like-
it.
Okay, I mean, you got to think about it this way. I mean, hypothetically speaking, if I were to go up to somebody in your scenario, who am I talking to? Because it really depends.
Sure.
Because I mean, if I'm talking to a young fellow or something like that who likes to party, I just say, "Hey, you want to party? Let's party."
Right, yeah.
But if I'm talking to someone old, it's like, "Hey, did you ever ask yourself what's life? And did you get everything out of it that you want?" Well, no. Maybe you should look at.
So you change your story depending on who you're talking to. But does Ket have? Okay, assuming Ket, I think Ket is some sort of it's a great power of some kind. Maybe.
Maybe
Oh,
not.
maybe. Oh shit.
Hearing that, Kimura immediately withdraws from the conversation.
Mark keeps going. Mark is just in it. He's trying to figure this out. Is Ket he seems very invested in this. He's like, is Ket a god? And so if we fade away and other people are having conversations, once in a while you hear Marcores raise his voice, being like, "Is it a god or not? Does it have great power?"
Well, I mean, yeah. I mean, look at
Okay.
this.
All right.
I can do this because I can. And all of a sudden he disappears, in a trail of black smoke. And then all of a sudden you hear
All right.
and he's back near the archway where you guys
Hey,
entered.
neat.
That immediately catches Wisp's attention, and she goes she's been kind of stuffing her face at this point. She's been hungry. She's been living on rations. She is a monk. She's
hungry.
physical. She has not had meat. So she's been kind of just quietly eating and just looking at everybody and listening, but that makes her put her stew bowl down. Watching him disappear in smoke of all things, she's invested in that conversation now. So she's definitely turned an ear.
Okay, Cat gives you the ability to do this.
Well, Dahl and I, yeah, but I don't think everybody gets it. I think it depends. I think it depends on how much he likes you or how much she likes you.
All right. Now, have you ever heard of anyone called Gurgatal the Weaver?
Oh, yeah.
We've come in, across some of these, and I'm like, Wisp, Psst,
Yes.
come here,
Yes.
come here, hon.
Sure. Get up and walk over.
You got one of those little drawings of the little things you found?
Yeah, yes. And she'll go back and retrieve the relief she did of the carving and bring it over.
Okay.
My friends here have been finding these all over the place. Does this remind you of this Weaver thing?
Oh, yeah, that's the sign of the Weaver for sure.
All right. Bad news? Friendly? What's the story there?
I mean, do you like pain and suffering?
Yeah, I mean, it depends on the context, right? I have a very good friend who, under the right sort of trust and relationship, when the time's right, you know.
No, I smell you stepping. No, not like that. No.
Oh,
like
all right. So it's a
I
bad
mean,
kind of pain and suffering.
Right, yeah. So if you kind of looks at Dala a little bit, and she kind of shrugs. You know how I told you about that we don't like spiders or anything?
Yeah, you mentioned that, and I found that to be unusual.
Right, but my family likes spiders.
I bet they do, and I don't want to like sort of pigeonhole them, but I mean, lots of drows seem to like them.
Right, particularly one spider, the
Yeah.
Weaver. My family
Oh.
worships the Weaver.
Got it. You come from a Weaver family.
Yeah, I guess you could say that.
Got it. But not for you. You don't want pain and suffering. You want the freedom and ambiguity that comes with Cat.
Absolutely. Now you're getting it.
Okay.
Now
All
you're
right.
getting it.
Well, good for you. He sort of slugs him on the shoulder in a friendly, like, head coach of a little league team way.
Kamor turns her attention to sorry, you're gonna have to help with the names again, Cole.
Aiden
Sister,
and
the
Dala.
Dala. Yeah.
Dala.
Big Australian accents will come right to you. I promise
Aiden
you.
and Dala.
Aiden and Dala.
Aiden and Dala.
Aiden and Dala. You have to
Got
say
it.
it. Aiden and
There
Dala.
you
You
go.
gotta say it with an Australian accent.
Aiden and
They don't fuck with spiders.
Dala.
We don't. We absolutely do not fuck with spiders. We didn't come here to fuck spiders anyway.
Unless you mean fuck in the sense of destroy, right? Like,
Well, then we'd say fuck up. Fuck implies something else.
Nah.
I mean, it's anyway.
Not where I'm from.
Can I ask both of you how old you are?
It's kind of rude.
Yeah, I'm about 251 years old. 7 months, 6 days, 1 hour, and it kind of looks up. 5 minutes and 32 seconds.
It's very exact.
Well, that's impressive. When did you start worship of this
It doesn't like it when you
cat?
talk.
Cat.
What's time really? No, just a joke. Probably like 6 months or so.
Only 6 months. And before then, you worship this weaver.
I mean, our parents, our mother actually wanted us to worship the Weaver and everything, but we were kind of like, you know, when you're younger and you just do what your mother tells you because she's your mother and you respect and love and everything, but you're like, I don't want to do that, but you do it anyway because you respect and you love your mother. That's kind of like that.
Sure.
So we kind
Yeah.
of worship, you could say, because, well, we were expected to, and then when we got older and went to a party, we decided to not do it anymore.
My dad made glassware. I'm just,
Yeah, Mom's ahead of
I'm
him.
just contributing to the story. I don't know.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah,
so
mother's not very nice.
your sister, Dala, you like cat as well.
I mean, she doesn't speak because of him. I hope she likes him.
Wait, she doesn't speak because of him.
Yeah, she took a vow, right?
Yeah, she's
Right.
on an oath of silence.
So what
That's
sort
cool.
of being would require an oath of silence when it comes to the concept of freedom.
Knock also wants to start scooting over towards the very silent woman, Miss Dala.
I mean, having the ability to speak, but not speaking because somebody told you not to, doesn't sound very free.
Well, it's not like freedom. That's not really a cat thing, but it is a cat thing, but it isn't a cat thing. It's more like questioning and everything.
I think I'm starting to get this. What you're saying is it's the freedom to not be free.
Right, exactly. Or the exact
isn't.
opposite. Or isn't.
Exactly. All right. Yeah. No, I think I get it. And he's going to turn to Kimura and say, just really quietly, like pull her out of the way. Well, that's great. We're gonna eat some of this stew. I'm gonna pull her aside and say, "This cat thing's full of shit."
And
I mean, this kid got pulled in by some sort of charlatan or something. This is like everything's one way and then it's not. Everything's upside down, up and then it's down. This is like a god of opposites or something.
It's real.
What do you mean?
It's real. It's not shit. It's real.
It's a real god?
Yeah.
All right.
I've heard of it before.
From who?
Look, you hear things when you go around, okay? I've been a lot of places.
Okay, all right. I've been a lot of places. All right.
Exactly. Okay?
Yeah, let's I'm gonna go sit down, take a rest. And Mark goes off. He's gonna just work on paperwork for a little while and fill in some details about the Weaver as much as he can recall from his short little talk with Aiden.
Okay.
Not going to finish his butt scooting from around the fire to wherever Darla lies in whatever domain. Is she near the fire?
Yeah, she's very close to it. Yeah.
All right, so I scoot around. It's like one part I'm gonna scoot counterclockwise to her direction. I'm gonna sit down next to her, barely about like one like small halfling distance, if you would, and
So you can't talk.
She shakes her head.
Why?
She kind of turns to Aiden, gives him that look like, haven't you fucking told them already?
no, because he's not barely paying attention to
Yeah.
anything that is happening back here. So like he's heard like some context clues and whatnot, but the curiosity is just on his mind. So he's like stuffing his face with like the third bowl of stew that he's had, and in between like 3 spoonfuls.
So why would you decide not to talk? Do you let your fist or your legs do the talking?
Her hands have been clasped together. She kind of looks at her hand, and she reaches up and puts her hand on your shoulder. And you feel this warmth come over you as you are healed for 10 hit points.
Oh hey, thanks for bringing back to max HP, you beautiful Darla. Yeah, fucking love you, mate. Oh, it's brilliant. Thank you. Well, Nock feels that bit of flowing nourishment, if you would, the vitality that brings him back to full health, full readiness for battle, and he takes that deep breath in. Takes 3 more bites of stew.
So is this why you are silent? Because you could do this.
She nods.
I've heard of some pretty crazy things a lot of people have done. For whatever. Who do you do it for? Is it whatever the hell that man was talking about, this cat?
She nods again.
I do not know about such commitment. Other than if it's for battle or protection of one's kin. But you... You remind me of someone. We lost him in the cave further back there. He had a connection to God, otherworldly being. It gave him power like that. You do good with that power.
She shrugs.
So you do bad. So you do bad with the power.
Kind of shakes her head again.
Is the cat good to you? Or did you have to be good to the cat?
She nods again.
You want to burn a stew?
She nods her head again.
Doc shuffles up to his feet and makes his way over to, not with his bowl. His bowl is done as he puts it to his side, but he goes and gets her a bowl and gets her a stew and brings it back to her. And I will silently enjoy just the company. I'm looking at her the entirety of the time too. Knock is just like, he's looking at her and looks at the fire and kind of keeps on going back and forth and just enjoys the silence.
Small rat.
Finish it. Oh, God damn it, you ruined my silence.
It jumps out of the way and turns into Jerry. Beauty.
God damn this.
Here's what I think of your silence. And then he farts in your direction and flies off.
Ah, this son of a bitch. This son of a bitch.
Jerry!
It's never a damn moment. Bastard.
Just Nock looks over to Kimura, who's sassantly sighing and humming.
So you're gonna eat? I know you don't sleep, but you gotta go ahead and want to fill your belly.
I mean, stew's pretty good. I don't know what it is, but that's you're right, Knock. That's definitely potato.
There's vegetables, a potato, maybe some
This might be a
celery.
turnip. I don't think I've ever had a turnip before, but I think this is what they look like.
Some radish, some broth.
Kimura gets up and just slowly makes her way over to the cauldron and does make herself a bowl of this. She just does it she just glides over, grabs it, glides back, minds her own business. As soon as specific things were mentioned, kind of just has sat away from the conversation and just minded her own business.
Yeah, and as you take a bowl, sip the stew or whatever it is, it's surprisingly pleasant. Though you're not sure if that's because you haven't eaten, you're not sure if it's actually that good, or if it's just because you haven't eaten anything substantial in several days.
Okay, but either way, we're feeling it. We're enjoying this. Okay, yeah.
Nock does, after enjoying that silence a little bit, he looks to Kimura and looks at Makoris and Aiden if he's around the fire, if anybody that's close enough to go ahead and hear. And
We lost a warrior. We didn't even give him a warrior's burial.
We didn't have the chance.
Every battle that I have ever seen, or other chieftains, or captains, or warriors, go into battle. If you could not take your dead, you died along with them.
You know we couldn't do that either.
Doesn't change the custom. The man believed in something beyond just us, Vedranis. Believed in whatever that was. I don't understand it like this cat. What the hell do you believe in, Kimura? Or Wisp? We all came to Vedranis for a reason, and his was devout. My mind has been flayed with Cloud. He seemed to be the only one who ever saw it clearly. Reality.
Just because somebody doesn't praise be every 5 minutes or talk about it does not mean that somebody does not have faith or worship someone or follow someone. It is possible to worship in your own time, in your mind. Gods are powerful enough to know when you are paying your respects without being vocal about it.
I mean, I'm sorry, I didn't know your friend or anything like that, but I come from teaching that says there's divinity inside all of us. You know, we just have to hone it and refine it and band together with other people to fight against the forces in the world that want to do us harm.
There's a push and pull. In the rough. Warriors are meant to die. Priests are meant to preach. He's the first I ever met who did both. So it's off-putting. Aiden,
Night.
do you have drink?
Do I worship Kit?
I still don't know.
The answer's absolutely.
All right.
Bring over your bottles. Bring as many as you can.
And they, Aiden sits up and goes into the tent and shuffles around for a bit and brings out two fairly large wineskins.
Fantastic. Knock wants to walk over to Aiden and put both of his big knocky hands out.
Now, I do have to warn you about the wine. If you drink it, you automatically become a follower of Kit.
Kimura,
I'm just fucking with you. And he uncorks it and hands it to you.
All right.
Knock takes both and nods his head to him with like a smile on his face.
No, we don't make you drink something. That's only if you want to.
Markoris laughs and laughs and then turns so only Wisp and Kimura can see him and he goes like this.
Wisp is like meeting your glance and her eyes are big. She's just like divine and godly power to her is so foreign, so she's just like weirded out by the whole thing.
Well, I think the next thing Mark would do is Mark is going to go and sit next to Wisp and be like, what about you? Huh? I mean, the gods and like great powers and all that. I mean, you've seen some wild stuff.
Sure. I get my power from within.
See? So we're not so different. That's where I get mine from. Well, not all mine, but yeah. divinity within, right? The spark of God, you know, that's inside of each of us that gives us the power to do great things.
I only have small amounts that I can do from within me, but the rest I learned through training.
Yeah. I mean, when you think about it, it's the same thing. You know what I mean? The strength that comes from within you. I mean, you keep it that long enough, you could ascend to being a god yourself. That's the dream, right?
No.
No?
No. I have no aspirations to ascend into any godhood. I wish just to find the piece of me lost again. I wish to become whole. And she like looks in your eyes when she says that.
What? He's a little bit like flustered by that. And he's like, I don't. What happened? I mean, if you're comfortable talking about it, what happened?
In order to know what I know, do the things I do, I had to give up my essence to be one with the shadow.
Wow.
And she like when she says her essence, she like kind of like touches her chest. And she's just she's like looking back at the ground, kind of like just down in front of her.
You had to give something up to start your training, to get the powers you have.
Yeah.
But you hope to get it back.
Maybe. I don't know if I can. I don't know if it's redeemable, but that's why I'm here. See if it is possible.
I don't know. I ain't known you that long, Gus. I mean, Wisp. But I mean,
she does like she cocks the tiniest bit of like the corner of his mouth. You say that.
You don't even need to roll an inside check to know he did that on purpose. But he says, like, I ain't known you that long, but three of you seem like, I mean, you're remarkable. Out here by yourself, wandering around with crypts and mines. I mean, it's obvious you've seen some shit, but if anybody can do it, I suppose y'all can.
Nock wants to walk over like the Hulk with the two tacos meme and just like slap the wine thing and like on the chest of Wisp and just be like,
take this.
Yeah, she'll take it and she'll take a really big gulp and then kind of like hold it out in front of Marcoris.
All right, we're passing. All right. He's gonna take a drink, and then Jerry is going to peer out of invisibility next to him. He goes, "Here you go, Jerry," and Jerry takes some of the wine. And then he flies back over to Wisp, and they just pass it around.
Perfect.
So as Aiden's kind of sitting there drinking, and he passes one of the wineskins over to his sister. He's like, "So you've all I love questions and everything. You know, you've asked us all a lot of questions about what we're doing here and everything. What are y'all doing here? You just
In Vedranis or down here on the hole? What do you mean?
Both, I guess."
All right, I'll let y'all. I mean, y'all probably have a formulated group answer here. I guess I'm answering this one solo. I am Sir Marcoris Degg, Knight of the Order of the Emerald Claw, a servant to Lady Ilmarrow. I've been sent here as representative of her court to make contact with the powers that be in Vedranis. Just sort of get a lay of the land, reach out, make some partnerships. It's all about networking and synergy, you see. So I'm like, I guess I'm an ambassador, if you'd like to think of it that way. And so I got sent here. Something got crossed in my wires. I ended up in a crypt. And I found these yokels. They fished me out. And basically, I've been sticking with him. Sort of felt like the thing to do.
And we have been traveling in search of notes. Well, a cure to a disease. That's why we're here in this specific crypt, but we all come to Vedranis for our own reasons.
Well, what are those reasons? Let's list them. I mean, I heard you, Wisp. I heard what you said.
Yes.
Lost
And she
piece
just
of your
like,
essence.
yeah, she just like raises a hand and then like puts it down.
And if we, I'm gonna keep my eyes open. I'm gonna have Jerry keep his eyes open. If we find it, we're gonna get back to you. Do you know what it looks like?
No.
Okay.
So
Wait,
what are you? Knock's like, what are you looking for? Because he didn't hear any of that conversation. He said, "What the hell are you looking for? Well, why is he helping you to look?"
She lost something.
There'd you lose.
You can say post repeating that, by the way, since I kind of heard it, but I mean that's up to you.
Wisp?
One more time.
So what the hell did you go ahead and lose? What is he helping you find?
A part of me.
Knock has like the most confuzzled face. He goes,
But you're right here.
But not all of her.
Aiden has the same look on his face.
Of what?
Of
The
like
confusion?
the same look of
Yeah.
like, oh, he almost
Yeah.
mirrors Knock.
So how the hell did you lose half of yourself when the entirety of your body is
Half?
right
I mean-
here?
Inside. I am not whole.
Appendix.
Fucking.
Ray, Ray, I'm sorry.
I love you so much. It's so hard to say character. she like she's very uncomfortable when talking to people. You generally always understand that, but she seems really lost in this, like how to directly answer you, because she herself is a little lost in it. So like she's avoiding eye contact. She's kind of like playing with her hands. There are signs of like serious uncomfortability answering those questions. But
Knock.
she tries her best.
Yeah, he notices all that and says,
We're down here. And a God knows how long. Encampment area of safety. A net. Really, we're safe there, Wisp. I think we're conditioned. How the hell did you lose half of yourself? Is this like the cat finding your own being? And I have to be silent. I'm trying to understand you people. There's so many people. I do not understand.
In order to have what I have, do what I do, I had to give up my being. What makes me whole. I had no choice. It was taken at a young age before I even knew.
Oh. See, I didn't even hear that part. That's sad.
Well, you start training from childhood. I don't remember much besides training. But all my life I've felt incomplete. I'm here because there have been rumors that the pieces that we all gave up were stored here. Nobody believes me, but I think I can get it back.
There's a person vault here?
No, I mean, what would you call it? Spark?
Soul? Essence?
Yeah.
There's lots of words for it.
I can see where you need to come back to Vedranis.
What about them stones? They store stuff in them. What did they call them? Spirit stones? Soul stones?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What if it's here?
Saw those little balls?
Maybe. I've always had this feeling that if I knew, I would know. When I was close. I haven't felt anything.
Huh.
Do you hear anything about this? You know, I'm sorry, Aiden. Aiden, Dala. Dala, I don't expect you to answer. You just sit there looking pretty. Aiden, you know about anything about these little, like, these fellers were, they had these little orbs or spheres, and they said they were like soul spheres or something. They had like spirits inside them.
Well, that's kind of fucked.
I know, right? All right, so
Nothing I've heard of. Well,
right.
I mean, did you ask? I know.
no, the people who are mining them, they didn't like us too much.
You get that sometimes.
Yeah.
I don't think they
What
knew
about you?
from what we other heard. Or at least they weren't interested.
Yeah, maybe. All right, let's go around the circle. Beefcake. Why are you in Vedranis, huh?
Vedranis.
Looking for a girlfriend?
No. If I was looking for anything, it'd be Goliath kind of the Garcaean Mountains. I came down from the Garcaean Mountains because I was exiled from my tribe. I had discovered something that was to be laid at rest inside of the mountain, thinking of it to be a gift. I come to Vedranis because of my discovery, so that I might be able to restore my likelihood within my tribe.
Oh.
And Nock kind of takes off, like he has like this, like you see that he is wearing, like he has no armor on, no top armor, so it's nothing but fucking pectorals.
He's
but, like,
noticed.
Yeah, of course he has. The areolas like that, stone areolas, my god.
Pizzas.
But like fucking pizzas. There's a belt that he's wearing, and he unravels the belt, and you look, and on the belt there's like about 6 other trophies. There's a large tusk, there's a skull of an animal, there is what looks to be just like a broken part of half a staff, there's a few other trinkets that you see scattered around it, and he holds it up in front of everyone and says,
This is my ticket back to the Garcaean Mountains, and hopefully the chieftains and the elders of the Thunakalathi smile forgiveness against my trespasses. Once I give them 12 trinkets of power.
Oh.
12 trinkets of glory. And I had 7.
and he looks over at Kimura.
Now I start anew to get 6 more.
He puts the belt back down on his lap.
I can open up that little can of worms, but all right. How about you, Captain? All quiet over there by yourself? Huh?
Look,
Join the party. We got wine over here.
I'll
You
pass.
can knock giant nipples.
Nock slaps the wine over at like Kimura enough to like move her. Like I want to make sure it's enough force to be like, drink this shit.
Does he hold the hand there with the wine
Yeah,
in his hand?
yeah, like the sack slaps your chest, and you just, and then like my hand is there.
She like
It's like, well,
she scoops her hand under where your hand is and just like pushes away.
Hey,
It's not for me. It's for father.
and he then forces his hand back in the same position.
Drink.
yeah, it's for Vodder. Who's Vodder? See the dead guy?
He looks at the Makoris.
A celebration of death and life to which he had.
Okay, all right. But do we have to have drinks? I mean, maybe she's not a drinker.
Vader would not want anyone to do what they did not want to do.
Nock
sounds like a win.
retreats his hand.
Fine.
walks over. He's just drinking it. He drinks it right in front, like in front of you, as he sulks down, sits down.
There are more than one way to honor the dead
It's true.
without drinking.
We didn't bury him, but celebrate his life.
I'm not about to be reckless for the sake of that.
Doc is
Ask me what
silent.
Yeah, your story. What brought you here? Why? All
I
right.
am
all right.
looking, searching.
Did you
Everybody
lose your
here is
essence?
searching. No, I did not lose my essence. I lost my people. And with her spoon, she kind of just like taps her pauldron with the symbol on it. My people.
Oh. Comrades, I guess, or
Closer to family.
and you think they're here?
They have to be.
I've got a question.
Yeah. Aden.
So, what does all that have to do with you being down here? Because I don't know if you noticed, but you're not in Vedranis
Yeah.
anymore. You're technically underneath it.
Now, if you remember, I already told you I just wound up down here by accident, but maybe the other
Right,
three
yeah,
came down here on purpose.
weird circumstances and everything.
Yeah.
And the Wisp, you said you were here finding notes. You just come down here to find some fucking papers. I'm sure there's papers up top.
Well, specific papers, notes, research about what this doctor did, what she created. We need to stop it.
You lost me.
Well, I mean, they told me, and I already forgot the name. What's her name? Dr. something? Dr. Licks?
Dr. Licks.
I know,
Fucking
right?
hell.
Sounds awesome, right?
Hey, it's a
Yeah.
great name.
It's pronounced Karina
Dr.
Licht.
Licks was my nickname in college.
Licht.
Ah, you too?
What the fuck is college?
Never mind.
Wait,
is-
so you're here to find some doctor's notes?
Pretty much.
And does she have something to do with all them spider fuckers out there? I'm not. I mean, that came off wrong. I don't know. I don't know what they do. That bloke with three faces is kind of weird. You never know.
They might be here to fuck spiders.
They might.
We came here to help some people on the top, on the surface. And one of them was asking us to find the notes of a Dr. Karina Licht. We come here and well, we find things, beings, a being. We go to her grave. Nothing. Nothing there but betrayal and death. But everything that is going on indicates that this person is not dead when they should be. Which means we've either been lied to, or this person faked their death, or they were resurrected, or something. We don't know. All we know is she's causing a lot of problems down here.
He kind of turns to Dala. That's the first way out about it. Things are kind of all right now, neck of the woods.
Well, hold on now. I mean,
Other than
it's the first you heard about it. You only been here for how long? You been here? A couple weeks.
Whoa. Been where? I mean, we've been down here for a long time. Oh, you mean like here?
Yeah, like you say, you didn't heard about it, but I mean, you're out. You and your sister hiding up here. You know, nothing wrong with that. But
Oh, we
like,
only been here for like a day or so.
okay, yeah, you've been moving around then.
Oh yeah.
All right.
Yeah, we haven't stayed in one place for too long.
Sure.
You know, trying to find, things and stuff. And
But you ain't heard
Thanks.
nothing about a woman who was like a doctor who might be using undeath for foul purposes, or
nah, so I might haven't done anything like that.
roll an insight check on that,
Sure.
just for fun. Just because we haven't done much rolling, and I want to roll.
First roll of the night, almost an hour in. Or over an hour.
Bed.
That is a 10,
10? You don't.
straight down the middle.
I mean, he's given you no reason to not believe or trust him so far.
Sure. All right. Well, I mean, maybe not. Right? It could be down there.
Right. So this lady, weird doctor lady, did something bad up to somebody. So you're trying to find her papers.
She started the
Sounds-
plague.
Oh.
Oh,
Well, you should have probably learned it. That changes everything. That's a little bit different.
There's a plague?
there is a plague.
That,
Oh shit! I mean, I just got here.
What's that got to do with it?
Oh yeah, I heard there's a plague. Should I be wearing a mask?
We are
Social
fine.
distancing? Okay, all right.
It's hard to explain, but there's a plague that transforms people into hideous
Into,
monsters.
into giant outward sausages.
wait, and
Tenders.
how do you, if you get sick, how do you get sick? You just
Weird shit
eat some
starts
bad
happening.
potatoes or something.
Don't wash your hands.
Oh,
You won't know
No.
until it's likely too late.
I mean, that's what the guards would say, at least.
Not
You hear about them?
nah, I haven't.
They are a faction of plague doctors.
Right, and they're friends with this other doctor.
They were, the leader was. But he killed her. Apparently. He wanted us to retrieve these notes so that he can essentially reverse this plague.
What
So-
a note's gonna tell you.
We're here to save the city. Really.
Well, that's cool.
I
That's
guess.
how you turn glory and become heroes in the process. We're gonna get our own statue. It's gonna be great.
You mean like these blokes? And he,
Damn right. Why are they giving statues on the ground?
It was these sentinels that actually inspired Nock here to want the statue. Perhaps they could carve his face in the side of a mountain.
Something big, monumentous.
Mount Knockmore.
Though you would need to in order to capture the realistic size of his head.
Knock goes.
Kimura smirks, which is not something you're used to seeing.
That's pretty good.
The point is,
Well,
we are lost down here, okay? Massive tangent. We've gone from one place to the next without even being able to rest properly. So. Yeah, we've seen some shit.
sounds like it. Well, kind of looks at Dala, just kind of shrugs. All right then. Well, committee spoken. Well, if you guys, you can stay here in the night and sleep, and we'll come with you.
Yeah, all right, sounds good, right? More the merrier.
Why do you want to come with us?
Why not?
There you go. See, this guy
See?
gets it.
I get it.
Yeah, why not?
That blind optimism. Why do you really want to come along with us?
Insight check the shit out of whatever the hell he says.
Insight check in the holster.
I'm trying to think of what to say.
Is this
You know
guy
it.
is Aiden essentially like the D&D equivalent of the movie Yes Man?
Yes, but also no.
I just have so many questions.
Okay.
I just have
So
so
does
many
he.
questions about this guy. I'm like, the
So
fuck
does I
is
did.
his deal?
He
I know more.
just says Well, yeah, it sounds like you lost a friend. You can, if you want to, you can say you got 2 more, and I'm interested to see what these spider fuckers are up to be perfectly honest. And you never know, maybe we follow them, maybe you follow them, maybe we follow you.
You know what? Maybe that sounds good. I'm going to say this, all right? Here's where I fall on the issue. I don't even technically consider myself part of this group. We just met a few days ago, right? You and your sister, you're gorgeous. So I'd love to keep her around. See what happens. But
can I roll that insight
it's
check
really
now?
up to them.
Okay.
On me, I really think they're gorgeous.
Who are you rolling the insight check on?
On the answer of the fact that he just wants to tag along and whatnot.
These 2 are weird.
Fuck.
They're just weird.
Oh, excuse me. Fuck. Fucking shit.
We need all the help we can get, clearly. But if you're not aware of what is going on up there, all 3 of you, if you're not aware,
turns and looks at.
I've been up there.
exactly, you're not aware. So,
Right.
you need to heed our warning. It's not pretty up there.
I mean, at least in certain parts. We've seen Drab. We've seen the Dark. We came down here on the original pretense of fighting a goddamn centipede.
I mean, you can find centipede anywhere. You just turn over some dirt.
It's a long story.
Yeah, look, there's one right there.
There's one.
There's a long.
No,
Mission accomplished.
Piece of shit.
Dollar, grab it. She
It's
snatches it
Jumps.
and drops it in the stew.
God.
Nice.
That is.
Is that
I mean, what did you think you were eating?
is that the meat?
I mean, there might be something else in there.
The hell am I? I've had worse stew.
It's best you don't know. The point is, it's a mess up there. And I've seen some messes. Things that your mind won't even be able to perceive or comprehend. People are killing each other for supplies.
I mean, we kill people for supplies sometimes.
That's good to
Red
know.
flag. Red flag.
But they also want to kill us for supplies, so it's kind of like
But
a
that's what I mean. It is.
game of chess.
It is dog eat dog on those streets. Vedranis is a very big place with a lot of people, and at the same time, not a lot of people.
Wow, sounds perfect for these 2.
Yeah, I was gonna say, it sounds kind of like our neck of the woods, really.
But, Aiden, have you ever heard of the city of Vedranis disappearing?
Yeah, we talked about this.
Right, we talked
recently.
about when we first met.
Yeah.
Right, but it disappeared, it reappeared.
As things tend to do.
No, city do not disappear and reappear. Think about it. That
I-
shit doesn't happen.
I am,
Di-
but you're saying it did. So the
It-
question
And
you
you-
ask yourself is why.
But
No,
it
I knew. Yeah. No, I knew you were underground.
Yeah, but you were underground.
And you were aware that it was gone.
Yeah, I mean the fucking earth shook.
All right.
So
Like when
it took
when it came back a few months ago. That's one reason we started going. Anyways, we had the ground shook, and so we're like, hey, I wonder what happened. So may as well go look, And so we
But-
just kind of left.
it is
time
not,
out.
It's not the same.
When that actually happened, was there like was there a crater that was left when it disappeared?
Oh yeah. So
Oh,
essentially,
shit,
what
okay.
happened is the city disappeared, and almost like it had been like literally grabbed and disappeared, right? And so for 100 years, like cities and civilizations started popping up in its place because Vedranis is the size of a small country, and
Yeah.
then when it came back, it like literally was like it was dropped and destroyed like cities and towns that had grown up in its place and like sent a shockwave out.
All right. Fact.
So then, as we were
Not
coming
to
down
mention
here,
that. Just kidding.
so like as we're starting to piece this together, as we were traveling down into the earth, were there like doors, fences, windows in the walls? Like, were there, like, did it look like things got smushed and kind of like under earthed for a long time? And like, there's like these, like, what happened? You said that they got smushed. I can imagine them being like smushed flat, but like the earth itself being pushed down. Are like, we.
Oh wait, yeah, I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
But
Oh,
you're
I'm
saying
gonna ask in character. I'm just gonna ask in character.
Yeah.
I want to go over to it. I'm gonna like kind of pop up in the conversation and just be like, are there underground towns and cities built from the refuge of what was left behind once the city came back?
Yeah, maybe. Maybe that's what this thing is.
And she like as he says that, and like the recollection, like she's having this kind of like big epiphany moment. She's like looking around. Does it look like, hypothetically, this could have been a once like above ground structure that was pushed down below, or does it look purposefully placed down below?
Yeah,
It looks almost purposely placed.
Okay.
So
I will also mention that in the mine that you were at, in relative like area of where you were still underneath the graveyard, at least that you can probably tell.
Okay.
You were still underneath the mausoleum.
So yeah, I'm imagining that Vedranis is literally like you take like the flatland city, and then underneath the city there's like this giant like triangle of earth.
Yeah, like
that
bowl
just came
shape.
clapping back. Yeah, they came clapping back down. So like literally we're underneath. If I gotta think about it in layers, we're like on the second tier of what Vedranis would be. We're underneath the city. This is like all the old stuff. I'm just curious. I just want to see this. This is like an onion. All right.
Well, we are technically where the new cities sprung up, technically.
Right.
And then old Vedranis under dirt has just gone whomp, and we're now where what would have been above ground is no longer above ground.
Yeah, there's new Vedranis, like Vedranis that plopped back, and then there's old Vedranis, the cities and the towns that popped up when the city was gone.
Mm-hmm.
Those would be the original cities.
Yeah, the new city.
Yeah.
And then,
so,
there's like there's everything else that was originally below that. So like there's a new like layer, basically, is kind of what she's thinking.
There would only be like one. So
it's a parfait.
So
yeah, I'm trying to figure out this parfait, man.
So you got Vedranis, you got your first old Vedranis, or OG Vedranis, 100 years ago, right here, right? Okay. And then whatever happened, blah, blah, it's gone. There's just fucking flat land. Maybe it looks like an anthill. I don't know. Anyway, then cities started plopping up like in its wake because it was just barren.
Right.
So you got new cities. The new, not Vedranis, towns. And then Vedranis comes back, goes bloop, and goes
that's what I'm saying. Now there's a new layer basically between Vedranis and the underground that was underneath Vedranis originally. There is a new layer of smashed cities.
It's like a fine layer of
That's what I'm trying to figure out, is if we are in the smashed layers or if we are even below the smashed layers. Like that's what she's trying to piece together in her brain right now.
Yeah,
like,
and you're
where
not quite
exactly
sure.
are we?
Yeah, and you're not quite sure.
Okay, cool. Cool.
It's probably a complete mess, to be honest.
Well, I'm thinking about those underground cities in London from when they like built. Yeah, there's like entire subterranean cities that like got built over and then forgotten, and people were living in them, and I'm like thinking of rat people now. That's where my brain has gone.
Yes, I'm so glad you said rat people. It's exactly what I thought of too. I was like,
you mean the Skaven and the rat people that you have not encountered yet?
Yeah.
Yay, rat people. Rat people.
All right, cool. So yeah, she kind of just like goes back to her little corner doing what she was doing, and
so yeah.
After her epiphany.
She's like having this like weird epiphany right now.
City parfait.
So it is a complete mess up there. So, if you're not prepared, I wouldn't go. But if you are, just keep your fucking wits about you.
Yeah, don't have to tell us twice.
Make sure that I don't.
We're not going up, we're going down, right?
Doesn't matter where we're going. everywhere. We're surrounded by issues. This is not a little business trip for you, Macoris. You might as well be in hell now.
Yeah,
I hope you understand that.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Sure.
Yeah,
no, I believe you.
Marcos, you ain't going to hell. Oh, that's a joke. I'm sorry.
Oh, that's pretty good, Adam. That's all right.
Now,
So, anyway, y'all come with us if that's all right with the rest of you. Like you said, we need all the help we can get.
I mean, we're pretty good in a pinch. Both of us can heal. Both of us can do some damage, if I could say, and we got a few tricks up our
Healing
sleeve.
would be terrific. I mean,
Yeah, we both can do it. I mean,
yeah, come on. But no going anywhere until we take some time to rest. Yeah.
oh yeah, no, I mean, we were watching you, and we are, right about to get up. You to sleep, so
Yes.
Then let us take a big old nap. I see you on the,
He looks up at the ceiling as there's no light.
I'll see you tomorrow.
Yeah, we'll see you when you're done sleeping.
yeah,
Right.
we don't really use like days in it. It's just
Yeah.
kind of like see you whenever.
Got a little lag anyway.
See you next time.
See you
know,
when
if
we're
you-
not
yeah,
asleep.
If you're gonna
Mm.
get a drink with your mates, you see you next time.
Right.
See you next time.
See you when I see you.
Yeah,
Mate.
there you go.
So, Marcoris goes off to find a spot and tells Jerry to keep watch while he's sleeping. Jerry probably turns into a rat again, just for fun. No, Jerry turns into a bat and just sort of flutters around the cave a little bit here and there.
Rat
And-
Bat Jerry is something that I would watch.
Jerry.
That's a cartoon.
And Marcoris is sitting there and he's writing down on his clipboard. He's making notes, and he's like, "Note to self: ask Aiden more about Gergatal. Anything he knows about the Weaver," and sort of submits like all this stuff. He just writes up what happened that day, and he sends off his paperwork to the home office. And then he sits there for a while and he's playing with his hair. And anybody who's watching sees that around one of the locks of his hair, he has this sort of a forest green bead braided into one of his hair strands. And he's just sort of playing with it. It looks like it absolutely does not match anything else in his outfit.
I was gonna
It's
say
out
that
of
doesn't
place.
look like that's
It's not.
standard for your get up. That makes sense.
Right. Yeah. And then he
Uh,
eventually turns in, goes to sleep.
While you're doing your home office paperwork,
Mm-hmm.
Wisp kind of like, because even if I don't say it, she has a before bed ritual where she takes out her calligrapher's supplies and she writes a little something in every language that she knows. It's the same passage, but she writes it and rewrites it in every language, and every language that she knows has a different color in her manuscript. So she's like basically doing the same thing, paperwork. And so like when she's done, she kind of like puts her stuff down. She doesn't put it away, but she looks at you and she goes, "Who do you write to?
Hmm?
Who do you write to?"
Oh, I mean the rest of the order. I got this special kind of paper that at the end of the day, I just sort of write down everything that happened. Try to keep everybody back home updated. Sends it off across, to where they are, and then everybody knows where I am. Now they can't write back to me. That's tough, but I'm trusting that it's getting there, I guess. Who are you writing to?
Myself. I practice the languages that I know. It's the
Oh.
only way I remember really how. So I guess in the same vein as you, I write something about my day, though it's probably more vague and nuanced than your paperwork.
Yeah, probably. But I mean, we do the same thing. We write to remember.
You say you send it to your home office.
Mhm.
Where is that again?
The city of Karnath. Karn. Sometimes you can go either way. I've heard of a place called Eberron before.
No.
I don't expect you to. I mean, in my line of work, being the kind of ambassador that I am, I get sent all over the place, and I could bore you with the details, but all you need to know is Vedranis. It's one of many different existences. Many different... like, imagine like a bookshelf, right? And all the books are pushed up tight against one another. One of those books is Vedranis. Another book is Faerun, and another book is a place called Ravenloft, and another book is a place called Earth. I come from a place called Eberron.
Do you like these other books?
Some yes, some no. It's always good to go back home.
Do you ever struggle with knowing what's real?
That's a big question.
I feel for someone who has visited many planes of existence. I could imagine getting confused, mixed up.
I mean, I do. Don't get me wrong, but more than anything, rather than challenging my idea of what's real, it kind of just expands it. If that makes sense.
Sure.
Makes me feel like I'm something kind of small, but in a good way.
Small can be good.
Look at Jerry. Fluttering.
Yeah.
Hey, as long as we stick together, need somebody to write with, I'll sit with you. Do our paperwork together. How about that?
Sure.
All right, you got a deal. All right, I'm tucking in, Gust.
And she just gets
it's a joke.
yeah,
I know your name. I know your name.
She did at this point, like, she knows. So she just like she cocks the tiniest bit of a smirky smile and just gets up and she puts her supplies away, and she also goes to sleep.
Marcorius lays down, just plays with his bead a little bit, and then falls asleep.
Watch yourself.
Is there...
Is that what you're
Finn! Oh, I caught Finn way too fucking late. I'm calling that out. I don't give a shit. You caught that like 3 seconds too late, and I'm so glad it did. Fantastic. Top draw. Anyway, sorry, I won't leave that alone.
Thank you for that.
That was so good. Anyway.
Is there anything anybody would like to do before they take their rest for the evening or day? We're not sure.
Play with my bead.
I will be cleaning my weapons.
Good for you.
Cleaning your Thunderthorn.
Oiling my bolt action. Cock it and pull it. Right.
There we go.
Yeah, so Kimura will be very silently inspecting and cleaning her weapons.
And as you kind of maybe, go about your ritual of cleaning, you can't help but to remember the time that Calder helped you. And that's where we're going to take a break.
Cruel.
Wow. Cruel.
Cruel.
Love it.
Cruel.
Really
Cruel and unusual
Cruel.
punishment.
Yeah.
Take a D6 of psychic damage for that.
Yep. No, just kidding. Thank you, everybody, for hanging out tonight. I'm sorry for my shitty internet. There's apparently an outage in the area, so my connection kind of goes.
It's been good,
little
though.
bit
It's been good. It's
wonky.
improving.
Yeah, it's gotten better. So, but we will be back in about 7 to 10 minutes to see what happens next. Don't go anywhere other than get a drink and stuff. I'm apparently not supposed to tell you what to do. Do whatever the fuck you want. We'll see you in like 7 to 10 minutes. Okay, bye.
We ain't your dad. We ain't your dad.
welcome back, everybody. Hope you
We
got
can be a dad.
Thank you all for tuning in. Just kidding. Son of a bitch.
Look
Okay.
at me. Look at me. Look at me. I'm your dad now.
This.
So you guys, your long rest goes uneventfully between Aidendala and Draxius and Kimura. You guys can all take watches, and in the sanctuary, you do feel very calm and safe in a way that you haven't before, maybe except for like in Hallow. So you guys can go ahead and complete your long rest through D&D Beyond. Being in a Sentinel Sanctuary, I am also going to give you 10 temporary hit points.
Oh my god,
Ooh,
yes.
baby.
10
So those
HP.
can't stack with any other, same rules apply. But yes.
Tasty.
Can I, when we wake up the next morning, can I do like a little meditation in this in the sanctuary and see, like, do I pick up any sort of, like, for lack of a better term, this is a vibe check. Like, do I pick up on anything that's just different than other places that we've been? I'm just trying to channel like what this rest is and what it does. I'm trying to feel what it does.
Give me roll a straight wisdom check.
Sure.
Also, you can add your proficiency bonus to it.
So that'll be an 18. I rolled a 14 plus my proficiency, which is 4, so 18.
Okay. As you are sitting there, just trying to understand and do the vibe check, you feel a power residing within this area. You can almost, for the first time since you've been here, you almost feel like there's something else here.
Like an entity or just another like an energy?
It's a bit of both. You're not quite sure. It's something that you felt you have not had for a long time, or this presence is not something that you've been around for a long time.
So it's slightly comforting.
Oh, yeah, it is in a strange way, because it's like this is alien feeling, but it is comforting in a way that like this isn't this entity, this energy is not malicious. It is not.
Cool. So then, yeah. So she'll just kind of like finish up a little meditation and in her mind's eye thank the entity, whatever it may be that is around them, thank them for letting them use the sanctuary, and then pack up and get ready to head out.
Okay. And yeah, as you're kind of maybe looking around, when the statues and things are made, that when you look at them and walk around, it looks like they are watching it. You get that.
Yeah,
you
it's
have
like
that feeling.
Yeah. Okay.
From these statues.
It's from the statues, though.
The energy, you're not sure, but
no,
like watching.
That
yes,
feeling.
it like okay. all like it looks like they are watching you.
Awesome.
And maybe as you guys are eating, and there is so as you are getting ready for the day, for the morning, you notice Aiden is not there. It's just Dala, and she is cooking, looks like the same sort of stew or whatever that was there, or like reheating it, like stoking the fire and whatnot. Yeah.
Did I see Aiden leave at any point?
When would you have taken your watch? Would it be so before or after his?
Kimura was quite eager to get a rest, so she would have tranced first and then done second. I'm assuming if it's a roughly 8-hour rest, she does a first or second shift essentially. So she would have done second shift.
Cool. So you would have seen him. Leave, and he does tell you where he's going. If you're awake, he's like, "I'm just gonna go have a little." And this was only maybe like 20 minutes ago,
Okay.
before everybody
Yeah.
woke up. He hasn't been gone that long. And he's like, I'm just gonna go take a look at our friends down the way. I'll be right back.
If he had said that, I totally would have went with him.
Oh, okay.
I mean, I'm not taking up the opportunity, like, passing up the opportunity for a little scout mission. Hell yeah. She's a long-range
Okay.
specialist.
Yeah, we can do the little scout mission if you like.
She's for it.
Okay. So, yeah, you and Aiden make your way along one of these ulterior tunnels that you had seen in this chamber, and it's a little rough going. It's clearly not made for humanoid movement, and even as you're going, Aiden's not the stealthiest guy. His armor is he's wearing scale mail, like a scale mail chest piece.
Okay.
And so he is making a little bit of noise. And he's also not very quiet when it comes to talking, especially if someone went with him. He's just kind of rambling to you.
Okay.
He kind of goes into the, yeah, Dala's only like out of nowhere. You don't remember if you started this conversation with him or he just started talking to you like mid-conversation. Like, yeah, Dala's only like a few minutes older than me, even though she's shorter. But anyway,
Aiden.
What?
I understand she does not talk, but you do not need to literally talk for two people. We are scouting. Shush. Talk with us.
so little.
No, I understand that. We can conversate when we're not doing this, but you don't know who could
But-
be listening.
But you don't know who should be listening. That's the thing.
What the... Listen, it is a wonder how you have not been killed on these scouting parties, but you are very clanky, you are very rambly. Let's just focus on the task at hand.
Right.
I would love to know about how many minutes longer your sister is older or not, but...
3 minutes and 25 seconds.
Well, it will take approximately 3 minutes and 25 seconds for me to choke you out if you do not shut up. No, wait. Probably shorter. It's not the point. We move on. But shush.
I smell you stepping in. Oh, right, I smell you stepping in. Let's go. I'm waiting for you.
I swear to get. Stop.
Hey, there you go.
I literally shoved my hand right. I put one hand behind his head and one, but so fast I basically slap him in the mouth
Yeah,
whilst I hold it. Yeah.
And he's like,
Are you done? I slowly start sliding my hand off.
see, that's what happens when you drink the wine.
I didn't drink the wine.
See, that's what happens when you don't drink the wine.
You're just talking shit now. Cat is a fallacy. We're moving on.
How dare
Come.
you?
Just go.
Oh, fine.
And for God's sake, your left plate is loose. Wrap it. It's making too much noise.
How do you know it's not supposed to be? And he kind of like adjusts it.
I know what good work sounds like. Now, if we're done conversating in these fucking tunnels, we've come for a reason. Let us go. You probably know the tunnels better than me, so take point.
I kind of just go, all right, let's go. I need you to roll a stealth check.
This is when I get terrible stealth. Okay, so for some reason my D&D Beyond extension isn't working today, so you're gonna have to trust me when I tell
worked?
you. Oh, never mind then. Okay, it did work. Cool.
All right, so a 10, and Aiden's at disadvantage at an 11 because he's wearing scale mail.
Got it.
So it's more that you guys are just arguing or having like these conversations, and then you hear voices ahead of you. All right.
Kamora, what angle are we at in the tunnel? Like, is it going up, down?
So as you're kind of approaching from like an upwards position, and you find yourself, this tunnel opens up to kind of an outcropping where you can look down, and you hear voices coming from below.
I'm gonna indicate for him to get prone. I'm gonna get prone. And then I'm gonna start basically crawling up to the edge so I can get a look.
Okay. So as you guys army crawl ahead, as you look down, maybe 30 feet below you, you see the cultists. So you do see 4 cultists wearing shrouds. Their faces are obscured by this brown robe that has kind of web-like threading going through it. You see the man with 3 faces, as he seems to be barking orders in semi-hushed tones. And you see next to him that blue and white spider, that large blue and white spider. And what you see as well is there's another large spider, though it's like brown in color. And it has like a pack on it, and it seems to be carrying equipment and things like that. And
It's a pack spider.
yeah, and as they, they're tying, things to the back of this spider, something falls out of one of the packs.
Ooh.
And the man with 3 faces, you can see him turn, and one of the cultists picks up a blue stone and shoves it back into the pack.
Does it look?
It looks like it looks like it's a spirit stone.
It does look like it's a spirit stone. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. Okay.
And yeah, and at this point, the man with 3 faces turns, head upwards in your direction. Not quite, but one of the faces looks up in your direction.
She does
blinks.
not move a muscle.
Eventually, he looks straight ahead, says something. All right, let's get a move on. And they begin moving further down the tunnel.
You seem to be good with time. How long have we been going?
19 minutes, 45, 46, 47 seconds.
Okay. How long do you usually go on your little scouting routes for?
Depends, really. Enough to get 1-8.
Right. Did you
What's
see,
that?
Did you see what he trapped?
Yeah, it looked like some sort of, looked like some sort of precious gem or something like that.
Yeah. We had some of these down in the mines. They were calling them spirit stones or something. But from what
But that's not foreboding at all.
No, but the Duergar was saying that it was not important. They were after diamonds. But
Yo, you ran into Durga. Sorry.
yes, we ran into Duergar, yes.
Fucking assholes they are.
They
Mate.
are, yes. They are.
Not all of them, but most of them.
They are the drow of dwarves.
I'll take offense to that.
You're much nicer than the drow that we're used to. Actually, if I was not mistaken, I wouldn't have called you drow at all. You're hospitable and don't like spiders.
Yeah, fucking nice spiders.
So I can thank Ket for that.
There you go. See, it just takes one little mention of the old cat, and look at you now.
I will mention Cat at my own discretion, but stop talking about him around me.
See, now you get it. We're not even supposed to be talking about him that much. So the less you mention him, the more you're helping him.
I'm well aware of how Cat works, thank you. Now.
I thought you didn't know anything about him.
I pushed it.
Follow of Cat too.
Not the follower.
And you just didn't want to tell your friends, eh?
I pushed it well.
I understand completely.
I grab him by the scruff. Listen here, party boy. I've made great strides to push Cat to the back of my fucking head, and I do not want to think about him again. Make sure it stays that way.
I'm not called a party boy. I don't think it was a terminal day.
I hate that he said party boy. It actually sounded like he was in the club. You want a party boy?
I think Cole has frozen again.
Yeah, I think my internet. Oh.
No.
I think you broke
Yeah,
in
it
with
was
strong
beautiful.
Kimura
We were
roleplay.
having a moment.
Can we actually have like a German accent instead of Australian? Like, do you like to party?
It's his name
I
like,
like to party.
my name und Hans. Und? My name is Hans.
My feet and hearts. I'm going to need you to suck me toes.
That was like Calypso.
Yeah, that
What
was
was
like
that?
German.
It
at
was
the
West
same
Indies,
time.
German.
That was too much. That
I
was
was-
too much at once.
I was thinking, it's like, my name is Hans, and I like to dance. Like,
All
So
I can
losing
think about
internet,
is
so here's
space
me eating
cans.
Cheez-Its.
Ah, yes. Get closer to the mic, though. ASMR. We gotta make sure we get it on
Yeah,
all
I gotta-
channels.
Or as we say on
Right.
Monday nights, ASMR.
ASMR.
Mhm.
We're gonna apologize for a second whilst Cole rejoins us.
I'm not apologizing for Cole's problems.
Yeah, fuck that guy. That guy sucks.
We,
Love you, Cole. Love
We,
you, Cole. Everything
uh,
about you is great.
but I was having a conversation with a party boy Australian, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Because he's a fucking savage.
He's a fucking
is.
savage.
But the
He's
energy
a
between
savage.
Kimura and Aiden is amazing.
Listen, Kimura has to have somebody to
good.
pick on. It was Calder. Now it's Aiden.
Apparently, Aiden. It's great. No, I love it. I love this dynamic. It's incredible. We have half the party that is in love with them, and the other
Mhm.
half of the party that thinks that they're sketchy as fuck. It's great.
Mm-hmm.
They say never split the party, but they never say never mentally split the party.
Never
Mentally split the party. Welcome back. Oh,
So
Reverend
until there,
GM.
until there for a second, everything going on, right?
What? Did you just go full?
What?
Aussie? You just go full. What? You
No,
what?
I just tuned out for a second. Everything all right?
I said
You got real angry with me, and then
I
you know.
have spent a great deal of effort putting Ket in the back of my mind. I would like to keep him there. If that's okay.
That's probably
with
where
you.
he wants to be. To be perfectly honest, you're probably not. You're probably helping him more than helping yourself. But in helping him, you're helping yourself too.
I squeeze the back of his neck.
Mm.
I don't think you quite understand the gravity of what I'm saying. I like you. You're nice. That is all. We go back now.
I mean, if you like me to say the same, so all right.
For fuck's sake. Let's bring your face back. There we go.
I'm back.
We're back.
I would die for Aiden. Like, I would let this character die.
Hey,
Sorry, I did.
stop it. Don't make that a fucking trend, all right?
Yeah.
Amen.
Could you not?
For Christ's sake. You
Could
bastard.
you not?
Could
You
not?
bastard.
Oh, Bobby.
Oh, Bobby. Are you gonna make me a hoagie?
Oh my
Thank you
gosh, can we
for
get back on
letting me-
track here? What's going on?
Please,
There's
can we?
cultists.
Cool. Right. So yeah,
Cultists.
Kimura starts to head back. Well, she tries to if she can remember the way back.
Don't worry, love. I got you. He kind of takes the lead.
Hmm.
And and you eventually make your way back to the sanctuary.
We're all up, packing, moving around.
So do you not want me to tell your friends about your little, yeah, something? He kind of nudges you, Kimura, in the side.
What?
Hey, where'd you
Almost-
two get off to, huh?
Oh, we
Y'all
found
strolling back in?
some spiders.
Yeah, I bet you did. I don't know what that means. Is that a euphemism?
What? No. We found literal spiders.
Oh. Oh, shit. Are you all right?
Yes, we're fine.
I don't think they knew we were there.
One of them looked in our direction, damn it.
I
Did.
mean, it kind of gave like a sidelong glance. I don't
He
know if
has
that go like.
3 faces. He turned one of them towards us.
So
I
you saw
mean-
three-face too, huh?
Two
All right, well.
spiders, one of them carrying equipment. They dropped something out the back of it by accident.
What y'all think? You want to see if we can catch up to him, get the drop on him? Or at least have Jerry follow him for a little bit?
Might be the best.
It's a fair ways out. They probably made their way through wherever they're going, but there was something interesting that I saw.
Oh, all right.
Little blue stone dropped out one of the backpacks on the spider.
Oh, one of the spirit balls.
It looks like one of the spirit stones, yes.
Okay.
All right.
Instead of collecting it.
Well, it's clearly more important than the diamonds, which should have been obvious, because when it comes to great old beings and sketchy doctors and men with 3 faces, I don't think diamonds would be the imperative search, as opposed to
No,
a
no, no.
spirit stone, which, I don't know, it alludes to spirits
mean-
being in stones.
Ideally both, but I bet you're right. I bet they're mining the stones up top.
Well, that's
And then Mr. Three-Face and his friends transport him to wherever that tunnel leads to, yeah?
probably.
All
Why
right.
would
Well,
they want
let's,
stones with a bunch of spades in it? It's kind of weird.
Well, you've... I mean, I'm not well versed in magic, but spirits, souls,
essences.
yeah.
Casts a look at Wisp when he says that. She's somewhere else, though.
So... So I would imagine it's got something to do with it.
All right, well, let's hustle and see if we can keep up with them. Yeah. Should we
Hold
follow?
on, hold on. Knock kind of walks over. We're gonna go ahead and chase those people. I mean, at the end of the day, I mean, what is down there does interest me just a tad. But we're that close to getting the hell out of here. Are we gonna go down deeper?
We have no choice.
DM, what did the tunnels look like? The tunnels that were going down, did it look like it was going deeper in or further up? Of course, these tunnels could just wind anyway, but...
Yeah, these ones looked like they were going like deeper down.
It did look like they were going deeper, yes.
Knock's just
As long as I can see day in the next week, maybe less. I don't mind going down.
Sure. Yeah, we can do that.
But what are we going down there for? Just to find out why the hell they're harvesting these giant blue orbs? Or is it just some for enthrallment of curiosity?
Halifax was very interested in the stone that I gave him in order to
This
make
is your
sure
this
that
is your
he
friend who
was-
died, the cleric, Halifax.
No.
No. No?
Lost. I don't know what's
No,
going on.
Vodder.
No.
That was Vodder. Halifax
Alright.
is the fucker that killed him.
Oh, yeah, well, the illithid. That's right. Okay, yeah.
Mm.
I remember now.
Yeah, you remember, you don't forget that name either.
Halifax
Halifax.
took a stone from me in exchange for keeping Calder alive. Not that that lasted long, but he was so fascinated with it. he said it was a part of an old being, an ancient being.
And-
Yes.
And then he sucked the noodles of my two friends.
Yes.
Right out of their body.
Tell me more about this ancient beings and the stones.
Well, he said there was many ancient beings. The old gods do not preside here. They have no power, but these ancient beings do. A primordial of sorts. He said that the stone was part of it.
This is all going on the clipboard.
You write what you need to write.
Yeah, no, I'm just trying to catch up. I want to understand. So, okay.
These
And
tiny
so what does that have to do?
shards were parts of these speak primordial beings. Huge.
Okay.
Unfathomable. Whatever that word is.
Yeah, that's it.
And he vouched for such a tiny shard, saying how much power was within it. So you would imagine how powerful these beings are at their fullest.
Right.
So followers of whatever these beings are, and we are led to believe that this spider thing,
Gurgathal the Weaver.
yes, that thing, is one of them. So yes, you get fanatic cults and people who wish to bring these people to life. So perhaps the spirit stones are the key. What
Yeah, I'm
we
one
don't
of
want is one of these things existing. If you think the city is fucked now, well, imagine if one of these things came about. Then all of our goals would be fucked. There would be no trophies to hunt, because everything would be hunted. I will not find the people I need to find, because they will be dead. And as for your essence wisp, there'll be no chance of finding that.
I think she's got a point. I mean, I, for one, am very curious about this spider god thing.
So
I
whatever
am
it
as
is,
well.
we can't let it do what it needs to do. If it is as powerful as Halifax says, one of these beings, then we won't be able to fight it when it comes about. But prevent it? Maybe. I don't know, but it's possible.
My suggestion is we all head on down that tunnel. I send Jerry up ahead. He follows these folks so I can see which way they're going. Because killing them here, if we can, I mean, we don't know how to get to their home base, right? I mean, these tunnels could go branch off any which direction.
Then we need to track them.
Right, using Jerry. That's my suggestion.
Is he any good at tracking?
Dala, what do you think?
She,
Knock Muppets with his hand. Send the imp! Send it!
You know, I doubt she sounds like that.
Guess we'll never know.
I wouldn't make fun of Dollar if I were you.
No,
She's
no.
got a mean right hook.
I genuinely want to know her opinion. She is an impressive.
Oh, I mean, I'm talking to the Goliath.
Oh, yeah.
I want to look. Knock looks down to Darla, like with his hand still like a mid puppet, and he's looks for confirmation eyes. Is there confirmation eyes?
Mm-hmm.
Speak for herself.
All right, let's get hustling, y'all.
Then get moving. We out. Party out.
And before we
All
go,
right.
I just wanted to highlight that, yes, I've been distracted over the past couple of weeks. I've had my thoughts on something big, but if you need somebody to coordinate better, then I will do it. I'm not in the mood for losing more people.
As you begin making your way out, Aiden elbows Knock in the side. I think she's talking about you, big boy. And just walks past.
Love him.
You muted, Derek.
You muted, Derek.
What am I doing being muted? Anyway, hey, hear my voice, Brecken. No, am I behind the group or in front? I don't walk up to wherever Kimura is and be like,
You got something to say?
As we're walking, this weirdness happens.
Fuck are you on
Jerry
about?
flies past them, and I'm gonna make Jerry go invisible and try and catch up to that party.
Okay. Perfect. So you guys, so kind of the plan I'm guessing is, you guys are kind of keep a pace, but farther behind. But you're going to send Jerry like full sail, invisible, up to.
Sure. So they're moving whichever direction they're moving. Jerry is a good 100 feet behind them, so they can't hear him, or whatever, or just for safety's sake. But always tracking where they're going, and I can see whatever Jerry sees.
Right.
So I keep track of which way he's going.
Okay. Perfect. So let's see. First off, I would like Jerry to roll me a stealth check with advantage because he's invisible.
Sure.
And we will see what he sees.
Jerry, be stealthy for me, baby. Oh, Jerry's got some good. Oh, Jerry, you got some strong stealth. Jerry rolls a 17.
17.
Attaboy.
Okay. So he seems to be going, full sail, making no noise, pretending he doesn't exist. And eventually he does get to a fork in the road, maybe some like 20 minutes as you guys are traveling. He hasn't seen the group yet. But he comes to a split in the cavern where there's a tunnel going off to the left and right.
This is like out of the upper tunnels and back down towards where they were.
Yes. Yep. This is presumably along the way that they had traveled.
Sure. I'm going to have Jerry maybe look for tracks or some sort of evidence about which way they've gone. Look for spider tracks. And things like
make a survival check for young
that's
Jerry.
Wisdom, yeah.
Young Jer Bear. Yes.
Oh my god, that's a crit fail. That's a 2.
Okay. So he sees some just footprints going off to the left.
Okay. All right, he's headed in that direction.
All right.
Meanwhile, all the rest of us are trying to keep up with him. Looks like they went maybe left at this fork up ahead. We'll see.
All right.
All right. Keep on moving.
Keep on moving.
All right. So you guys keep on continuing. Are you having him? Are you having Jerry stay there, or?
I'm having Jerry follow that left path where he saw the footsteps leading.
Okay. He as he continues and as you're kind of like listening in and whatnot, you're getting kind of like reports back from Jerry and whatnot and hearing, and he says he hears something up ahead.
Okay. Wait, hold on, everybody. Hold. Jerry hears something. I'm gonna have him move forward carefully to see what he's hearing.
Okay. Roll roll a perception check.
Sure. Oh, Jerry. An 8.
8.
Bad rolls.
As he kind of continues, he hears the sound, and it's like a chittering.
Okay. Sounds like something like I mean, I would hear it too. Basically.
Right. And it's coming from behind him.
Uh-oh, Jerry. And I'm gonna have him like turn around invisibly midair.
Up on the ceiling, that blue and white spider is sitting right in front of Jerry. And it is going to attempt to make a bite attack at him, as it did hear him the whole way.
Oh my god.
Uh-oh, Jerry's in trouble, y'all.
It will be at a disadvantage, which is a 6. Yeah, 6 to hit. Because he's still invisible. He's still invisible. So all of a sudden, I should turn on some more tense music for a second. All of a sudden, you see Jerry turn around and there's like reaches out to bite and completely misses. Jerry dodges out of the way, and the spider is kind of like trying to get a bead on Jerry.
All right. So my instinct, me, and actually probably Vodder back in the day, would have been like, hurry up, we have to help him. But Marcor is going to announce this like it's a sports match.
Okay.
So like, Marcor is like, oh, spider found him. They're fighting. Then Jerry is going to turn around and try to stab this spider with his stingy tail.
Okay. Go ahead and make an attack.
Okay.
I don't know if it would be at advantage or not. I think it's
he's invisible, so
right.
I think it would be. I think anytime you can't see, yeah.
Right. So yeah, go.
But
ahead.
once he does it, he'll become visible.
Right. So yeah, go ahead and roll an attack for Jerry.
Ooh, at advantage, that is a 13.
A 13 just hits.
Nice. He does 6 points of piercing damage.
Okay.
And then the spider can the spider take poison damage?
Possibly.
Okay. He would roll a con save, a DC, be a 14 or 11. Hold on, I gotta check something here. He would roll a con save.
Okay. That is a fail.
Okay. So he takes what is that? Poison damage. 9 points of poison damage.
Oh boy. Yeah, you hear the spider let out a shrill shriek as Jiraxius hits it right in as it's from its upper back as he kind of swings up and stabs it with his little scorpion.
Meanwhile,
tail.
back with the party, Marcos is like, Jerry stabbed him with his tail.
The hell is he doing? What the hell is he fighting?
When it was that blue and white spider, you remember that thing?
Oh.
Jerry's real jacked up.
Oh.
The spider is now going to make an attack.
Sweet.
Jiraxius. That's a 7.
No, you can't hit Jerry.
Damn, this spider sucks.
And then all of a sudden, after the bite misses and Jerry kind of has to tumble out of the way, he looks back and the spider is gone.
Oh. Spider went invisible or something. You can't see it. Jerry, come on back. And I'm going to have Jerry turn invisible as soon as he can. Yeah, I know what you're thinking, and I'm thinking it too.
I just realized the colors.
Yeah.
Should have given it away. Shit.
And so,
Oh, shit.
and Jerry is going to go invisible and then come back to us as fast as he can.
Okay. So you guys are kind of sitting there waiting, and at this point, ahead in the distance. Oh yeah.
I do want to add just quickly before we do that, is that Jerry's flying. He's got a speed of 40.
Okay.
And so he's going 80 feet per turn.
Yeah.
He's just booking it.
About 30 feet ahead of you, as you guys are kind of making your way ahead, you see this fork, this split in the road. But you don't see anything else. You don't see Jerry. You don't see any spider. Mark Royce, obviously where Jerry is at this moment as he's coming down and about to make his way out of it. Yeah. But no sign of the spider.
Okay. Jerry comes all the way back and appears, and he says, I have vanquished this spider. I impaled it upon my mighty tail, and then it ceased to exist. Are you not impressed, mortals?
I'm bloody impressed.
That's right.
I'll go for a clap from Knock.
The idiot Drow is impressed by my
Did
attitude.
you?
Yeah, that's a little much.
You really did it. It's gone.
I stabbed it. I injected my venom into its veins.
Okay.
And then it disappeared, so I assume it has ceased existing.
Sorry. It disappeared.
Yes. I turned around and the spider was gone. It probably crawled back to its mother.
Crawling back to its mother does not mean it's dead, Jerry.
Do not bother us anymore of this, I am sure.
No. Jerry, confirm your kills.
Very well. If you wish to find this puny spider that I could easily have defeated on my own, it is to the left of that fork.
I would advise we keep our wits about us regardless.
Once again, the elf proves more wise than she appears.
Thanks. I guess.
It's the closest thing Jerry's ever
Yeah,
come to giving a compliment to anyone.
That if there ever was a backhanded compliment, that was it.
That's all I can do. All right, yeah. Let's be on our toes, anyhow, right? Because that spider just sort of went boof. It's gone like Kaiser Soze. Oh, you don't have that here. Never mind.
He's axe at the ready, looking around. Eyes all on top, all in the tunnels, all in the holes.
Yep. The most
Oh,
vigilance.
go ahead and you can either make a perception or a survival check. Whoever's looking, keeping an eye out.
What to do, sir? What
13.
to do?
That was perception too.
Okay. Anybody else, or just was
That'd be me, Dad. Sorry, I lost my pages. Fuck.
You're also disadvantaged, but
Yeah, blame. I now with a 3. I'll continue to stay the
there you-
stream.
So Wisp, as you're kind of keeping your eyes out and looking around, you notice that this left hand split that Jiraxius had seemingly come from, there's only one set of weird, possibly spider tracks. Most of the others, you notice that there's more foot traffic going down the right side.
I will relay that to the party.
Impossible. I did not see these tracks.
Well, they're here now, so what do we do about them, Kimura?
We need to take the most logical route and keep eyes peeled. This is not territory that we know.
We know there is a spider to the left, so we shall go to the right.
Well, if all due respect, Jerry, if the
I am the leader of this party.
Kimura stares at Jerry in a very specific way, as if to say, "Do you want to lead?"
Make an intimidation check.
Go for it.
No. He would look back and he would say, it's not a question of wanting to lead. A born leader commanded great armies. Devils. Fine. He goes back and he pouts on Marcoris's shoulder.
If the path we need to go to is the left, then we go to the left. Spiders or not.
So once again, remind us, there's tracks going both ways?
There is one set of spider tracks going to the left, and more foot traffic, boot prints, things like that going to the right.
We needed to know the location of where the stones are being taken. The stones were on the spiders' backs.
There's only one spider going to the left. It's that blue and white one, right?
Just help me recall, because I have the worst memory on the planet. Cole, was it the blue one or the brown one that had the packs?
It's the brown one.
It was the brown
The
one.
brown one that had the packs, yep.
Like a donkey.
Spider donkey.
Like an ass
Donkey.
spider.
Spadonky.
Spadonky.
That's a nice boulder.
Spadonky.
Spadonkadonk.
You can hit me through a smack bottom.
Spadonkadonk.
That's a nice web.
That's a nice thorax. Hey, now we're getting
That's a
scientific.
fine pig.
So one
Oh,
set of spider tracks going left, and does the right side also have spider tracks, but with
Yes.
boots?
Yes.
Right. In that case, we go right.
Sounds good to me.
If we are wrong, we come back.
All right.
Sure. Wait, I mean, do we want to go left first and try to get rid of this spider if it's still alive?
would say yes, naturally, but
Mm.
I also fear that the longer we deal with that sort of thing, the further away the others get.
The more attention we draw to ourselves.
All right, fair enough.
Besides, if this thing can just disappear, if what Jerry says is correct, then how do we know that the spider has not already gone to warn other people?
Another excellent point. To the right. Come on, Dollar.
Yeah, me too. Don't worry, I'm still here.
You too, Adam.
All right.
So are we announcing everybody before we move? All right, knock.
Donkey.
Spider.
Spot on.
Roll for initiative. Just kidding. Okay, so you guys continue down. You guys continue for another several hours, following these footprints, foot traffic. Everybody, as you guys travel, everybody roll me a perception check again.
It was almost the one that I wanted. With your bitch ass. Eee.
All right.
Jerry and I both rolled a 5. We match. Wow, look at these
Knock.
purple ones.
As
See.
you're traveling, you're kind of keeping your head down. Several hours in, you realize that there are no more footprints. They seemingly just stopped. As you look up, the cavern's getting wider and larger. Wisp, about somewhere ahead of you, you swear you hear the sound of dripping water echoing off stone walls. There's just this echoing noise ahead of you.
Knock would stop after seeing the footprints stop. The wide spans of his arms come out.
The footprints. They end. He looks to Kimura. You fly. Is it familiar?
I want to see if she look like I'm kind of like. Would you be able to notice if anybody would be lifting off the ground? Like, would there be any, like, you know, the tiptoes of like their boots would be harder pressed on the earth or whatever? I don't know. Yeah.
Typically speaking, I have to push off. So I would
They stop right here.
I would hazard a
They
guess
disappear.
that if the ground was soft enough and I pushed off the ground, my last footprint would be the most impressed. But that's just the way I do it. I'd like to inspect the last set of footprints.
Same. As we just both put our faces in footprints.
The pair of you
Yeah.
make investigation checks for me.
Investigation.
Investigation at a disadvantage because I'm a bitch. That is a 15.
I am rolling terribly tonight.
Yeah, make sure your battles don't go that way, all right? We're gonna
I've
make sure we
not-
keep that a trend.
I've not rolled above a 10.
Kimura, you're getting a little frustrated because you're just unable to keep track of things. There's too much foot traffic to really for you to get a good read on what's going on. But Knock, you notice the boot prints change like the angle that they're facing.
Like the
Like,
opposite
and-
way to which they came?
They are more meandering towards the side of the cavern before they disappear.
Oh, all right. I looked at the rest of the group. Wisp, have you continued to move forward, heading towards the sound? Good.
I stopped. Yeah, I was gonna say
right.
I stopped, and like as people are doing things, I probably would have mentioned like,
Anybody else hear that trip?
Knock. lifts his head, like looks for the footprints, seeing that they're going in their opposite directions, then puts his head up to kind of hear for the drop and says,
Whatever came here prior, they're on the walls. They're avoiding something.
On the wall.
Nock like walks a little bit over to like the right side of where the opening of the cavern would be, and he says, "Look," and he kind of like points to say the scuff marks. So kind of look, he says,
Whatever the hell's in there. And trust me, there's plenty of them back there to be able to fight whatever the hell they needed. They're trying to avoid.
Tiam,
Yes.
does Kamora know anything about the particular senses of spiders?
Roll a nature check.
Nature.
9.
Which is German for no. No, she does not.
You're not sure. You've heard conflicting stories about different species.
Okay.
Some have great sense of eyesight and hearing. Some of them are blind, and they use that to their advantage, creating traps and things like that. But this deep, the size of these spiders, you're not quite sure.
Can I ask a question?
Sure.
So, does it look like, I mean, these walls, are they of the right sort of, for someone who could climb on walls, like had the ability to walk on walls, they could easily walk up, it's sort of like level like that, or?
It is curved.
Okay.
Unnaturally.
Yeah.
So there
Is
might
there-
be...
Is there any chance that like there is some sort of passage in this wall that is like obscured, like a secret passage, or something that they could have gone into the wall? Or does, I mean, I'm just wondering if I would notice anything like that.
I mean, you can also roll an investigation check.
Sure. 10.
Nothing that you're seeing.
Okay. I'm guessing. I mean, my guess. What do you think? They climbed on top of that spider and just went for a ride? Which
Possibly,
means that there's something dangerous on the ground up ahead. Yeah? Is that what we're thinking?
Probably.
Nock
Assume at this point.
Nock wants to get like grasp his axe as tightly as he can and says, and looks back at them and goes,
You don't have to threaten me with a good time. Only cowards avoid.
Nope,
what
nope.
needs to be avoided.
Can I look at the, like, just look at this, at the next, my brain is failing right now, so it must be getting close to time to be done. Looking ahead, is there a threat? Like, my first thoughts, I'm guessing Mark Horse's first thought is quicksand, or, you know what I mean? Or a tripwire, or something along those lines.
It's hard to see. It is quite dark.
Mm-hmm. Not for me, my friend.
Oh, do you have dark vision?
I do.
There's something on the walls and the ground up ahead, maybe 50 feet.
Okay. Can I tell what it is?
It's something that's kind of just encapsulating the entirety of the... It looks like there's something blocking your way, if that makes sense. It's hard to tell.
Okay. Y'all, there's something... I'm going to point it out to everybody, including our new friends. I'm like, y'all see that? Like, it's like... There's something there, but it's hard to tell what it is.
Yeah. I think I see it.
You want me to send Jerry ahead? Get a look?
Nock puts his hand out and says,
You send him into there. But do it, but we will have the fates whatever decides to come out. These people, three-faced man, spiders, they avoided this.
Yeah? What's your point?
Let's go fight.
Nock turns around like 180s and just runs towards the dripping sound of the
Nock!
water.
Yeah, great.
Oh,
Come
fuck,
on.
buddy. All right.
Kimura launches herself forward with her boots and flies after him and literally latches onto his back.
I bet she's like a Chaozu on fucking Napa.
What's your how are you like double moving?
No,
knock,
like
or-
it's like a steady like stomp, like just like one after the other as it's moving. So she would have time if she sprinted
Okay.
to me to jump on my back. Knock rears forward and says, "What?"
What are you doing?
I'll also say,
count
Nog, you
this.
can't really see because it is dark.
Right, exactly. It's like it's just like we can get into this.
It's very
He
nice.
he looks it looks like behind himself and he goes,
Well, they avoided. They were cowards. Are we cowards?
No, but we have. Just think about it for a second. Yes, use the brain. We could go in there and fight it,
She digs when I use the brain, mate.
but that is we go in there. We. How many times have we gone into places and it's turned to bad? You can go in there and fight. In the dark? Can you even see right now?
Let's have for the fun.
Duh.
You swing your axe and see what you can hit. Fine. Don't you dare growl in the back of my ear.
Having fun in the night is having fun. That is what you do in
Can
the dark.
f-
Not
Can feel your
fighting.
displeasure vibrating through my traps.
That's because I am
Nighttime's
here
the
to
right
help get us in the right direction, not to babysit angry, glory-seeking, giant statue people.
Knock turns around while hearing this angry little elf vibrating on the back of his back. He's just like, all right, just angrily trying to shake Kimura off of his back.
She hops. She just hops off the back, like, boop.
Then he like grabs her by like pushes her by the back and says,
Fine, lead the way.
Look, just. I think a three-faced mask would look pretty on your belt. Let's go get that instead.
Knock does think about that for a second. He goes, it's a pretty decent fucking trinket. All right. But then he says,
Fine. Then I get to make sure that I finish the kill.
Let's hope you can move faster than the bullet, then.
I'll break your gun in half.
I'll break your face in half. Let's go.
Marcoris, I turns to Marcoris and is like, I think they're gonna fucking chill on that.
I don't know, maybe they might start making out.
That's one of the first times that she has said something that sounds a little bit juvenile compared to what she usually says. So
I'll break your face in half. How could you?
okay,
All right, y'all done?
you're done. Let's go.
All right, which way are we going? Up the wall?
Yes.
How?
Reach me, shimmy.
And I will say, like, the ceiling is only maybe like 15 feet high.
We'll
But
climb
is there
up, not-
anything up there? Or is it a ceiling?
There's this like a
It's a
rounded. It's like a rounded ceiling that you can see. It's like a tunnel. It's like one of those. It's like one of those. Like the tunnels that you guys came through to get to the Sentinel Sanctuary, but a little bit larger.
Now, I don't want to overthink this, y'all, but are we thinking that Three Face and the Spiders, which sounds like a band, are we thinking the Three Face and the Spiders climbed up to the ceiling and then walked forward
Oh, wait.
past whatever this was?
Go. What's the ground like here? Does the ground change at all?
About 15 feet ahead of you, you can see something.
I'm gonna pick up a rock and throw it 15 feet ahead of me.
Okay. You throw it and it goes, straight, and then it clatters, but it only clatters once. Like instead of rolling, it stops.
Stopped. Did y'all hear that? Like it.
Didn't someone mention quicksand earlier?
I did. I was guessing, but I mean, all right, let's get a little bit closer. All right, whatever it is, it would have jumped out at us already. It
No.
knows we're here.
It might not be a thing. It might be nature. You just threw a rock, right? And it did not bounce.
Yeah, through.
Which means it got stuck.
Okay, come on, yo. And I'm going to, you know what? Hold on, Jerry. I'm gonna just sort of like guide Jerry forward.
Yeah,
To get,
Kimura...
he's not going. He's going 14 feet forward, right?
Okay.
To see what he can see, if he can get a better look at what's up.
So as you send him forward, he stops and takes a look. What does that sound?
Who's playing stuff on their screen? Derek.
What? Excuse me?
No. Hmm?
Who is it? Just kidding.
Excuse me? Who did that?
As you send Jaxius forward, he stops 14 feet ahead, and as you take a look through his eyes, and you see why the rock stopped abruptly, as 15 feet ahead and continuing down into a large expanse, you just see a tunnel of webs.
Best.
So they're attached to the tunnel, but it's like a circular like web that you can like walk through, but it's just covered 15 feet in diameter.
That's a note from me, folks.
And like I said, ahead about 30 feet, you can hear Draxius can hear water dripping, and he swears, and you swear you hear something like rope, like creaking of rope.
Creaking of rope and water. Is there a pirate ship up ahead?
Huh?
And you can Draxius can hear voices.
Okay, I'm relaying this back to everybody.
Mhm.
All right, there's people up ahead. There's like a tunnel of spiderweb.
Nah, fuck.
Yeah. All right, we're gonna be stealthy.
Oh,
All right, there you go. So what if shit? I know it's gonna be hard to make it through those webs. We might be able to light them on fire or something.
I was actually going to say, if it's susceptible to fire, we do have a fire person.
Knock goes, of course you do. You just fucking see the fire build off
Yeah.
from his back.
Okay, but whoever's further down there, with the water and the ropes and the voices, they might notice. So we gotta be ready to defend ourselves if they come charging our way. Knock, are you ready for a fight?
Knock kind of like just immediately turns to him with like a the smash Hulk face.
Mm-hmm.
Indeed.
All right, and Marcoris moves to the back. He's like, all right, I'll be back here. Just like moseys to the back
Wisp
of the
moves
group.
back with you. Yeah, Wisp moves
Mhm.
in the back with you.
All right,
Not
let's
taking
move
my line.
forward, and then as soon as we get to those webs, let's see if we can't clear them out a bit. Yeah.
Okay, keep your wits about you whilst we do this. No doubt that destroying the spider's web will send some sort of signal out, so just be ready.
Idendal, you ready to fuck up some spiders?
They kind of look at each other. It's fucking bona fide.
Damn it, I was hoping she'd say something. Anyway. Yeah, Knock wants to start touching the spider webs that are like kind of in everyone's way, and as he's in the front, just like light his hands on fire and just light the
Fucking arachnophobia
different
up
web.
in here.
Yeah, just destroy any of the webs that are like in front of him, so in front of the way of the party.
Like the big old Orkin man.
So you're setting them on fire?
Yeah, like there's my hands are on fire, my forearms, if you would, and I'm just lighting on all the webs kind of like that are in our way that we need to get through to on fire.
Okay. So they do catch fire relatively easily, and light up, and there's like the little bit of ember burning and whatnot, and yeah, it just continues on for a little bit before it peters out. You'd have to keep going, like I said, this tunnel is like 30 feet long, or it's probably 15 feet to the big like entrance that you can kind of see this big opening. Almost looks like opening into like another cave or something like that. And like I said, you can all now hear these voices.
Well, wait and listen? Yes.
Well,
Nox stops burning. Nox stops burning.
I mean, this is the question I always ask, but shall I send my listening ears inside? I'm gonna send Jerry in there, invisible, to see what they're talking about.
Okay. So you send him through, and as he gets to like the entrance of this larger cave, the webs are just almost like a maze. I need him to make a stealth check, but he can't use his invisibility because he needs to maneuver around the webs to even get through.
Sure. So we're counting this as him trying to avoid the webs. Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. All right. Cool. It's a 19
still. He's able to get through relatively fine, luckily to his small size. And what he sees is just this expansive chamber, maybe almost 130 feet across, covered in spider webs. Every so often you see large boulders that are being suspended by these webs, and that's the sound that sounds like rope. Are these large boulders literally hanging and moving, like just moving in like this non-existent breeze, and the water dripping from somewhere above hitting down below, some 70 feet down. It takes Draxius a minute to find the source of the voices, because there's nobody on these rocks. There's no spiders that you can see, right? There's nothing. He turns and looks on the side of the wall, and there he sees a brown spider with a pack. Or I'll let me paint this picture, I guess. What he sees is on the back wall. He sees the 4 cultists, and they are holding their hands and feet against the wall, holding themselves in place somehow, with the pack spider next to them. On one of these boulders, in the center, he sees the 3-faced man with the blue and white spider ahead of him, or next to him, and he is
Jerry
holding
silently
curses
hand. This blue and white spider.
Yes, and he is holding something. The 3-faced man is holding something in his hand as he says, "Chatul, the great guardian, we present this to you in tribute to pass, unwavering and unharmed." And he just holds it out with his head bowed. And then there is a shuffling. Some of the rocks sink down a little bit lower as Jaraxius hears, "Place it down." And he sets it ahead of him on the web. And the last thing Draxius sees before we end is some 50 feet away from the 3-faced man, in this rocky alcove, is the head of a giant white spider.
Yet.
And that is where we're going to end the session for tonight.
I don't want it. I don't want it. I don't want it. I don't want it. I don't want it.
More giant arachnid.
I don't want it. I don't want it.
I don't know why I see a hook spider coming our way, but I think I have a hook
right
spider
now.
coming our
I
way.
just want to turn to Knock and just be like, burn everything down.
Again, second Hulk smash smile. It's just coming your way. He's ready. Oh, next session's gonna get juicy. I'm gonna have me spider leg stew.
Oh my
So
god.
good.
Damn
So
right.
good.
I
Hell
imagine
yeah.
I imagine a fang from one of those fuckers would be a good trophy as well. Just
Oh, you
saying.
damn. No, fuck it. Since the head showed up first, that's what we take. I'm just gonna walk around like.
Giant spider head.
Turn it into a backpack.
You have to use the eyeballs. You have to harvest the eyeballs to do something funky
Yeah.
with them.
Maybe I can go ahead and use the entirety of its
juggling?
face as a shield, and then find orbs that are enchanted to put as the eyes.
Well, providing we make it through this.
Oh,
Provided we
Or-
make it through this.
What I think would be cool, and this is just my this is my meta character going, is if you made the eyeballs into a necklace and each necklace was enchanted like a pearl of power,
Nah, fuck.
and there were like eyeballs of power.
Hey,
I'm gonna go.
I have a merchant that probably knows how to do that.
Hey, we'll
I gotta
talk
die.
later on DM. All right, we're gonna find this
I was
guy.
gonna say, you guys have not come across some of the
Yeah.
weirdest fucking magic items I have made in my entirety of
I love
life.
it.
Like,
One of which is a huge, like, is a relatively big pop culture reference that I want someone to get and find eventually, maybe. But yeah, we will see what happens next week. Thank you everybody for tuning in. This was an interesting session. We got a lot of like lore backdrop from multiple sources, which I'm super excited about.
That was
which is super
cool. That was very
Yes.
cool.
I loved it.
Loved it.
But let's just go around real quick. Tell us what you're doing, what you're up to, and where we can find you and things. Ray, let's start with you.
Okay, I'm Ray. Or with a brick everywhere on the interwebs. You can find me at with a brick, pretty much literally anywhere. Just type it in and you can find me. I've been taking a break from streaming for a while. I'm figuring shit out. I kind of stream whenever I just feel like it, so catch me there. If you think I'm cool, go join my Discord because I talk a little bit more in there. But yeah, that's pretty much all I have going on. I'm here every Thursday playing Wisp. It has been an honor and a privilege, like it always is, and I can't wait till next week.
Hell yeah. Justin, where can we find you? What are you up to?
Well, you can find me here every Thursday playing D&D with everyone, killing spiders, whatever. Every Monday, I'm here. Like I said at the beginning, we're running Flames of Freedom, which is a new system that is scheduled to be released on September 21st. It's a grim and perilous Revolutionary War Boston plus zombies game, and it's wild. It's so much fun, and we just have a blast every Monday. You should come by and join us there for that. I'm Doc Rimbo here. I'm Doc Rimbo on Twitter as well. You can always check in with me there. And other than that, I'll just be hanging around, and it'll be great. And I love all of you very much.
Amazing. Go check out Flames of Freedom because it's hilarious. It's kind of like this. Like, it shouldn't be as funny given the setting than it actually is, but there's tons of clips in the Discord as well. Please go check it out. It's amazing. Isla, what are you up to? Where can we find you? My camera is still being a fuck.
Hello.
A whole fuck. Indeed.
One whole fuck, but one whole large fuck. Hello, I'm Phoenix Over. Isla in the real world. You can find me again, obviously here every Thursday at 8 p.m. EST. Other than that, you'll find me on my own channel, Phoenix Over, where I am pretty much primarily streaming the people's roleplay community, Red Dead Redemption 2 roleplay, where I play Detective Bianca Volpe, who likes to smoke on balconies in the rain whilst listening to jazz.
Who doesn't?
But yeah, she's been up to a lot. The server is evolving and is new. A lot is going on. If you like a bit of roleplay, come over and watch. I don't have a schedule for that, but I've been streaming it a lot recently. So pop in whenever. If you follow, you'll get a notification as to when I go live. See what I did there? Not having a schedule means you have to follow. You have. That's how it works. Keep on the edge of your seat.
They
no,
did
it's
a good job. with
Secrets, don't tell them our secrets.
That's how we work in the industry, baby. But yeah. Rolling on to Dirk.
Yes.
That's me. Hello. My name is Derek from atop Derek Mountain. You can find me on that name said prior. And what I do, play games, do geek shit and stuff. What we've been doing as of late on the stream is I'm playing a bunch of different games. I'm playing Splitgate, playing Red Dead Redemption. RP has been flowing fantastically. I have 2 characters that I made. I've been really wanting to make a Jamaican man. I'm really wanting to go ahead and make a Chinese man. And I have not put them both together, so don't even think that. All right, I've just been trying to make one character or the other, but I'm feeling inspired. But other than that, just doing cosplay, just reaching out into different confines of the Twitch space, hanging out and jiving, because I'm a turkey.
Hell
Hope to see you there.
And I'm looking at RP. You can go with Goal. I don't stream very often. I streamed this week for the first time in a few weeks, where I roleplayed my main character in Red Dead Redemption 2 server die after a year plus of playing said character. It was sad. I cried. You can't hear me cry though, because the music got muted, so you can't hear me cry.
It's sad.
Otherwise, you can find me here every Thursday. You can find me in the Discord. I'm pretty active in there. I tweet sometimes on my personal Twitter. I do the tweets for IRP. So whenever you see a spelling error, that's me. Yeah. Yeah, that's me. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with us. We appreciate you so much. If you have not followed, please follow us so you know when we go live for next time and on Monday. And if you do really, really enjoy and you want some dope ass emotes, you can always sub. Or you can just hang out with us. We appreciate you regardless. Thank you guys so much. Make sure to stay tuned after the credits. We are going to be rating Perception Studio. Make sure to follow them and give them some love as well. And we will see you guys next week. Thank you so much. Bye.
Bye.